All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name's Tate Kramer with Brian the Grizzly over there. Brandman's gonna be joining us shortly. What is up, man?
I just walked through the door, like
I know.
literally walked through the door. I took the dog out, came right down here, grabbed my newspaper out of my newspaper popcorn bucket.
Oh, nice, dude. I was gonna get it. Can you change the insert?
Yep, whatever you want in there.
Okay, because I saw like the one at mine was crypto, like a crypto headline or
So that's
something
the
like
other
that.
side.
The other side, okay.
Yeah, so I can change
That's
it to
cool.
this side if I wanted.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting the cup, and I'm like, and then I saw that, I'm like, oh, like I don't know where I decided not to because I'm like, it's gonna just sit on the floor.
Oh no, I'm just gonna get a whole nother shelf. That's what it's happening. I have so much stuff on my desk right now. I'm just gonna get another shelf.
I need another shelf. I just don't know where else to put another shelf. I need to actually start building my basement. like because right now it's just it's unfinished.
Yep.
Except for my little corner back here. I just need to build it because I need wall space for all my art. just that, so
100%.
Wow.
Trust me, I know you do.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Saw any good movies today?
I have my thoughts on it, man. I really do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Well, unless you want to talk about it right now, we can just talk about it right now. I have no problem.
We'll wait for Brandman. Because
I mean, he can give his thoughts if you want. A thing like this, you can't really hold off on. It's hard. This is man.
Yeah.
I tell everyone your thoughts because you already told us, so I want to hear no details. I just want to know your thoughts.
Yeah. I loved it. Like when everyone's talking about it being a Saturday morning comic book movie, 100%. It felt like me watching like a cartoon come to life, like the animated cartoon kind of come to life. When people say it's like it's very comic booky, 100%. Yeah, I absolutely really enjoyed it. A lot. And then I went in like I won't say, but I really worried. I'm like, man, please be good. Please be good. But yeah, I had some issues, which we'll get into like later. But I had a few issues.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say this: the first half I thought was okay. It was a lot like going on. It was kind of weird. Like it wasn't. I wasn't drawn in the first half of the movie. I just wasn't. Like I could recognize parts of it were fine, and all the stuff was just like at the end of the first half. I was like, meh, it's okay, whatever. The second half of that movie is one of my favorite fan experiences in a movie theater. Period.
Yeah, so I know exactly because I know exactly the point too when you said you're saying that. So yeah,
I'm sitting. I was watching it the first half. The first half, I'm like, okay, all right, this is okay. And my girls would kind of get a little antsy, but some of it was because it's a more adult type stuff going on. Yeah, that was it. So like that first half was just, it just wasn't for me. The second half, I really felt I realized I was in the second half. I realized I wasn't even thinking about it, and I realized I've enjoyed this experience a lot. I think it's not a perfect movie. It's not a perfect movie. I don't think anyone's going to say it's the greatest comic book movie ever. I think it's good. So like, I enjoyed so much in the second half, I can say okay to the first half, and put it all together. It's a good movie. It's what it is. And I have no problem with James Gunn. Remember, I've said I was always very concerned. I was very concerned overall. And some of my concerns are valid. Some, even right now, people that tell me, it wasn't enough focus on Superman. I understand because they focused on a lot of the other characters a lot more. I understand what they're saying. But I feel like everyone's focus was still Superman.
Yeah, it was a Superman movie.
Every focus was that. So no, it was a lot of people there still there. They're doing their own thing. That were, not there. So I know there are parts where you're like, okay, heavy focus. It has to be. They were there doing their own thing because of Superman. They were doing all the stuff
exactly
because of Superman. So like it's a Superman movie, no doubt. And I'm glad they didn't try to do too much. They didn't try to shoehorn it in, try to say, "Oh, we're all together." None of that stuff. They didn't do that. And I didn't hate Guy Gardner.
Same. Same. Yeah. All right, let's get into some of these wrong opinions because Danny's already saying underwhelming. How?
No,
man?
If you thought it was gonna be great,
listen,
and you watched the first half, you got to take you out of it. Then okay, you know.
Yeah.
The end, I still say the ending was great.
The ending was
felt very Supermanish, like
that final scene, you know, like was very Superman. That was 110% Superman. You know,
I think people are going to say he was too weak.
I disagree with that.
I think people are going to say that.
I 100. I saw other YouTubers saying that already. No, they're like, oh, go watch if you want to see Superman get his ass kicked for an hour and a half. No.
Depends on what I mean. I some people. So this is where I'll put it. What they did with Thor. Thor is another character that's very OP, very strong. What Marvel did with Thor is they still tried to break him down. He had things that he weren't together. And as he put it all together, he became great. And that's what we got by Endgame. He is it. Or, he is by Infinity War. He is it. He's like that dude.
Yeah, the guy.
So I'm going to say there are parts where I was like, dude, you should be better than this. But it's obvious that he's trying. He's a man that's good, that's trying to stay good.
Yeah.
And there's things that he
been only doing it for 3 years. He's only been doing it for 3 years, and they already tell you this is the first time he's ever lost.
Yeah, but this is the first. He's getting his ass beat a lot more, even more than Batman. But the people that are beating them,
but it's all by the same fucking person.
Yeah,
one person beat him.
Well, I'm not saying that.
And then when we get into that,
I ain't gonna tell nobody.
That's my thing. I was like, you find things out and stuff like that, but I was like, but so yeah, we'll get into more like spoilers with Brandman, when we talk about that. But one thing I do agree with Danny here is a person being drunk and then cursing. I didn't like that part at all. It felt like, yeah. I don't want to get into spoilers yet, but I do agree with that. That was one of the bigger issues I think I had of the movie, and that literally was 2 minutes at the very, very end of the film, like at the very end of the film,
and made me worry about the whole movie. I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, this is great." I was like, I didn't like, but she is an alcoholic. So those are things that are true to the comic books. I think that's what I'm trying to do with that. I just didn't. I think he did too much. Went too far for me. Yeah.
You could have introduced that person, and it made sense with other things going on in the movie and blah blah blah. I don't want too much. Like I said, too much, but yeah, it was just like it just didn't sit right with me. I was like, again, it didn't change the movie for me. Because it was literally like right at the end. But
it also seemed like he's not smart because. I can't explain that. Never mind. I said something and I want to explain it, but I can't explain it without going into spoilers.
Yeah. Let's see. Mama Bear's in the house.
What's up, Mama Bear?
Derpy's in the house. I know I was talking to Derpy right before I went live. So, who else? Collecting movies in the house. Ace is in the house. Danny Road to Wisdom. He said he just got home about an hour ago. Okay. Who else we got? Where we got? I'm a punk rocker. Derby said he's been listening to that since Tuesday. Some Iggy Pop. Oh man. He said I saw the movie as well and have been looking forward to hear what everyone has to say. Okay.
I would like to go into some details.
Yeah, we'll get into some details. Mama Bear fell asleep watching it. Like that's crazy. But also, Mama Bear, I know you have.
I'm telling you, the first half, I was not in there. I was not locked in. I wasn't. I'm not gonna sit there like everyone say, oh, I wasn't locked in. It didn't draw me in, and it kind of felt a little bit all over the place. And I think it was trying to describe his personality, trying to get you to understand where he was, and it was some of it just didn't hit for me. Just didn't.
I super get. I understand 100% because the first half was definitely setting up the entire universe, let alone a movie is setting up the entire universe. And specifically, setting up the universe and how Superman fits in this universe and stuff like that. So yeah. Mama Bear says super stuff, super
Harem.
harem.
It's a harem, HIRAM.
That's what I thought. That's what I was like. Harem. Danny gave it a 6. Okay.
I'm probably close to like an 8.5.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm at. On Letterboxd, I gave it a 4 right now, but I'm probably gonna go watch it again. I'm
definitely going. This is definitely a movie you gotta watch twice. This is not.
Yeah.
Question, right?
Oh yeah. He said, I think I know what part you're talking about when certain people decide to show how skillful he is. Yeah. Because like you're saying, like it didn't get me out, but I do agree with like the first half of the movie. I'm like not like out of the movie where I'm like, oh shit, this is trash, but also not sold. I'm like, is it good yet? And I'm still kind of saying like, please be good.
I was watching so the whole thing with Lois was a little bit something, and there's things I'm watching. I'm like, and I was never saying that it was like I'm negative and saying no, this is not good. I was just at the point where I'm like, man,
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
No, because I agree with that one like 100% because I'm like not bored or felt like off. It was just that was the point where I'm like still like, please be good, in my head because like nothing sold me one way or the other yet, so. But it was getting to that point where like if I don't start getting sold one way, then it kind of you start to get drawn the other way just by default, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hard because for 45 minutes, 45 to an hour, maybe mostly I say 45 minutes. I was like, okay, nothing about it. I thought it was out of bounds. Nothing I thought was not good. Just wasn't great for me. It was not anything that was drawing me in. I was thinking, is this going to be good? Yeah. Is this going to be just another movie? I will tell you this. I know, and people are you're probably not going to like this. The first half of the movie, I felt very much like I felt about Brave New World. And just there. The second half of the movie, I enjoyed Brave New World. I did. So you know where I am with it. The second half of the movie is just really, really good. Really, really good. And felt very Supermanish. Just they understood the character. I think going from that point on, Superman's gonna be cool.
Superman's be cool. I agree. Hey, there he is. Guys, Superman shirt on. All right.
How late am I to the game?
See, not too late. We started 15 minutes ago, so minus like 3 minutes or 2 minutes. So you're good. We were just talking like with Chad and a lot of their thoughts and stuff. So, we'll probably jump right into it most likely, just because we're already kind of talking about it. Exactly. Mama Bear, super trash. Collector said, absolutely love the movie. Only got up to the bathroom the whole movie. Okay.
I held it. I started having to go about with an hour and a half left. I know. I held it.
I think I was taking little sips because I'm like, all right, little sips. That'll be good. It was also good because like we went like at 2, so we weren't really hungry because we had a good breakfast. So like afterward we went to go have dinner. So it was like we weren't sitting with like a bunch of food in our stomach and stuff like that. So
yeah, I ate way beforehand so I wouldn't get like tired or anything like that.
Yeah, with it. Who else? She's in the house. What's up, Sheed?
What up, Sheed?
What's going on, Sheed?
Yeah, Superman's only been 3 years. Yeah, we're gonna bring that up. What's up, Drew? Drew said, I heard some people say Nicholas Hoult as Lex was possibly the best performance in the movie and the best live action Lex.
I'm not there. I'm not there. Best live action Lex Luthor. I'm not there.
I am.
No,
I am. And Michael Rosenbaum was in this movie, which I didn't know. I saw we saw him in the credits.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just a voice.
I'll take Rosenbaum.
But they're very
different. And I'm not saying Nicholas Hoult didn't do a great job, because he did do. He almost stole the movie, but he's part of the reason why I enjoy the second half, because you need a really good villain for a movie like this to succeed. Mm-hmm. He was a really good villain. I don't know if I think it'd be too early for me to say, oh, he's the best live action Lex Luthor performance. I don't. Smallville was great. I used to plan my day around Smallville, so like I'm not going to go there and say that, So no,
it's also hard to compare a guy who was in a 2-hour movie to a guy who's been in 8 seasons.
He was consistently doing it and consistently
I think the last
and evolved.
The last 2 seasons he left, I think, or the last season
he was in there for 8. I think that was just 8.
No, he was in there for season 8.
Yeah, season 8. Yeah, but I think the last 2 he left, or the last one he left. I forgot. It was like 10 seasons, right?
There were 10.
Yeah,
it lasted 10 years.
But I mean, Michael Rosenbaum is still my all-time favorite.
He's my favorite.
This Lex and the potential of this Lex, this Lex was evil. Was a villain. Was a villain.
Was a megalomaniac.
Yeah. Michael Rosenbaum.
He did a good job, even
because he was a good guy and a bad guy. Yeah,
I agree.
Exactly.
He explained himself, and if you want to go that way with Lex, I think it was really good. But you also saw how smart he was and things to that effect. So I mean, yeah. I mean, I the writing of Lex was really good. I still think Michael Rosenbaum is why I think Lex. I mean, even when I'm hearing, like,
he has the nostalgia, I think too.
I just enjoyed them. Like I was just reading. So I was reading New 52. Then I was reading Earth 2 and the extended one of Earth 2. And then I was just reading a couple of them. And from the feel, I still like Michael Rosenbaum. So yeah. But this could be really good.
Argue.
Yeah.
But Dan's saying they could have kept out that thing about being drunk, which we'll get into.
100%.
Kevin, how much do you think Superman will make domestic and international at the box office? I think right now it's saying it's on track for the weekend.
For the weekend?
Or for the weekend, and that was international or the worldwide. I'm still with you, around that 750-ish, But this weekend, I think it's on track for 130 domestic right now.
I thought 123 is the last thing I thought, but it might be more. So,
I mean, the one I saw was like a range between 115 to 130. That was the range where I saw it.
So I could see
which is still like super awesome. Yeah. That's like,
I'm going to guess it's going to be $124 million.
Yeah,
and I'm going to say I think it's going to be matched internationally.
International.
I think we're going to be talking about almost $248 million in the first one.
Yeah. After watching this, I can see it really doing well international, especially in some countries. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, and Dan said won't go back to see it again.
I definitely want to take my wife to go see it again.
I'm already making plans to go again.
Yeah, it's sick.
Probably gonna go Saturday.
Garbage. Although Mama Bear, I'm like not surprised. Like I was kind of like already kind of ready for that being.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Mr. Terrific was fucking epic. He was
Mr. Terrific was him.
epic. I want that fucking jacket now. Like I've seen the jacket before in cartoons, either in Arrow and shit, but it's just like,
nah, man.
so
I'll watch Mr.
so
Terrific.
good.
I'm like, yeah, I love him. I'm like, man, I like the Superman one. It's pretty good. I love Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific
was great.
Was freaking him.
He was great.
And I mean,
he was awesome.
Every aspect. Oh, that scene. I can't. I want to spoil this, but that scene when him and Lois, I was like, damn.
I laughed because you know what the name of what it was called, where they were at.
What was it? Remind me.
It was Camp Kramer.
It sure was.
So I
that didn't even register.
I definitely laughed at it a little bit. So Erica looked at me and she was really. I was like, but yeah, that scene was epic. That was really good. That was really good.
Mr. Terrific. He said everything I was thinking. I don't need you. I'm Mr. Terrific. What's wrong with you?
So Drew said he haven't seen the movie, but I'm seeing it at 2:30 this Sunday. So okay.
Well, awesome,
right now I think we've been pretty spoiler free, but once the background shows up, and we're talking about it, then we're gonna be spoilers. So just a heads up.
I mean,
at this point, Blank Man's better.
Teach their own.
Yeah. The Man
I mean,
was
you
better
didn't hear me. I said I didn't like the first half. Not that I didn't like it. I was really in the middle. I was really like on the fence in that whole first half. I was like, I don't know which way it's going to go. But I think the second half really was a home run. Was a home run. So when you average it out, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Is it great? No, I think I'll probably give it an 8.5.
But that's good. That's not a bad. I don't think that's a bad number.
I would say the first time I was like 6. I was like, and the second half I was like 9.5. So like it's like it's right there.
He was out.
Maybe it was 6.5, but I just wasn't there. I was like, okay, kind of blank on it. But that second half was good. What else we got?
Yeah. Kind of catching up. Even Danny's like, he goes, I can't go out and live with you on that about the Blink Man. Oh man. I said the Lex on Superman and Lois was better.
Yeah. Well,
Superman and
Lois. That was really good. Was he better? I love that show. I love that show.
Much as I like that show,
yeah,
I didn't think it was a bad take on Lex at all. I actually thought it was a pretty good take on Lex. I'm not sure. I'd have to kind of let that one sink in.
There's been some that I've enjoyed. So that's why I don't want to go and say, oh, this is the best one, because I think that's recency bias. Just like it's the last thing that's in my mind. So I'm thinking of it. But I enjoyed what I saw. Yeah, I think Holt did. I think it was the Holt did a great job.
Yeah. Fernando's in the house. Saying Superman was the best Superman movie ever, in my opinion.
Sure.
I will have to see it a couple more times, but like I enjoyed it a lot.
I don't know if it's the best.
But also, like my favorite Superman is still the first one with Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
That was my favorite Superman movie.
I can't sit there and go and say it's the best. I'm not sure.
I think that one's the gold standard. And honestly, I'd rank this one like kind of right alongside it, but more on that later. But I still hold the 1978. It revolutionizes the superhero movie genre too. I think that one. And even I had revisited it over the weekend in preparation for this one, and I think it still holds up really good. I find that, like I said, in multiple senses, the gold standard. But I really, really, really liked this one. More on that later. But I'd rank it as far as the movies go. I'd rank it alongside the the 1978 one. Of course, mind you, I'm leaving out with it just like fresh in my mind.
Yeah, I'm
So-
nowhere near there. Like I walked out. I mean, when I saw all night, I think I was 5 the first time I saw it, and it was so good. Like Christopher Reeve was it. He's still it. So like, I'm not gonna go and say, oh, this is the up there with that. No, it stood the test of time, and it's still good. I still can watch and still enjoy it. And when I think of Superman, I still see him. So like, I'm not gonna go and say, oh, this is just as good because I just saw it, and I had a good experience because once again, I told you I didn't like the first half of the movie. So
that's fair.
Yeah, like I would need to see it a few more times to like say it's like better than that. But like for sure, this is number 2 without a doubt. But again, I watched it 6 hours ago. So it's gotta sit a little bit.
Yeah,
it's part of the reason I'm gonna go again so soon. In a few days.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking about it. It's on track to make a killing. Yep. Yeah, finish the beginning.
I'd go see it tomorrow. I'd go see it again tomorrow, but I'm going to see Primus. So.
Oh, nice. My friend said I'm going 5 more times. Then TJ, what's up, TJ?
What up, TJ?
Appreciate you coming in, man.
Man, I don't know. You guys saying it's the best
streams now. We appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I still surprised you guys saying it's the best.
What?
Yeah, you think it's better than the 1978?
No, not yet. Yeah, I can't. I enjoy this one a lot, but that's still like Brandon said. That's the gold standard. That's the superhero movie.
Yeah, it did a lot, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record. But it did a lot for, Superman. It did a lot for the superhero genre. It was really
it did a lot for comic books.
It did a lot for comic books,
Back in the day.
It was a game changer in a multitude of ways. I think that this one kind of came out at an appropriate time when the comic genre is what it is. It's kind of, we're all kind of comfortably into it. We're able to kind of suspend disbelief. I think it was a good time for a new Superman movie that really kind of embraced a lot of the comic content that perhaps we grew up with, and kind of really went all. But more on that later.
Yeah, we'll get it.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
We'll probably start in a few minutes. I think we're pretty much caught up. And then I saw this from Shia and laughed because I hate y'all. When you have time for this movie, don't you people work? I actually took a vacation day, man.
What do you mean?
I took a vacation day.
I didn't do all that.
No, I didn't take a vacation day.
Yeah, because I wanted to go early. So
I went after work. I enjoyed it. My girls. My youngest only went to the bathroom.
You don't count,
twice.
man. You're the boss, man. You can like literally.
No, man, because I'm the boss. That means I have to work every day. So that means when something big's happen, I gotta be there. But I just turn off my phone.
Yeah,
missed 14 calls, but I just turned off my phone.
Like I wanted to be at the first show today, and I was at the 2:00 p.m., which was the first show at my theater. Because I didn't even do IMAX because I'm like I like IMAX. It's just the seats are not comfortable, and I'd rather be comfortable watching a movie than unless it's like something like must see on IMAX. Like I might go back and watch this on Dolby Digital.
Yeah, that's why I watched it in Dolby.
Yeah,
that's where I watched.
Yeah, just because the audio was really good. I thought I kind of want to. Which I'm not surprised. Like James Gunn's pretty good with like the audio, not just the music, just audio of a movie is always like pretty spot on when it's a James Gunn movie. But yeah, but that's why we're like right now we're saying spoiler free, but yeah,
it was a very good movie. Like I just want to state that like this is a very good movie, but and I like David Cornsweet. I'm at that point.
I did
I'm
too.
at the point where I like David Cornswell. I think it was a very good decision. He, Mr. Terrific, and he were the two best parts of this entire movie. Even though I love Nicholas Hoult, so I'll put them higher than put Nicholas Hoult third. So that's why I'm like, do I think he's better than? And then that's crazy because I think Nicholas Hoult did amazing job. Every scene he was in was stolen by just that's where it is.
Then I was never really worried about Christopher Holt being a good Lex, because I'm like, he's a good actor. If they're going for like a very diabolical, evil kind of character, like that shouldn't be too hard to pull off. But he just did it really well. Mr. Terrific, I was pretty sure because I always forget his name. He is a good actor, and he already came out and said, he goes, I feel like I need to make amends for what happened in X-Men.
That wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault, but again, it's like he kind of makes it feel like I let down the fans because it was me, but it's not his fault. It was shitty director, shitty writing.
Two people let down the fans. That was Matthew Vaughn and Bryan Singer.
Yeah,
and whoever wrote the movie.
That's what Bryan Singer does, though.
Oh yeah,
Bryan Singer just lets down comic book fans.
He hates X-Men. That's a hill I'll die on. He hates any actor or character whose name isn't Wolverine or Hugh Jackman.
To him, he's like, what? It's the same person. But Cornsweat was the one I was kind of the most worried about, and I wound up really, really liking him as because he played that, especially that. So anybody who hasn't seen it, there's two post-credit scenes. The first one was kind of like, is that a post-credit scene? But the one at the very, very end, I kind of chuckled at, and that's the one that solidified it. I was like, oh, he's a really good like Boy Scout Superman kind of that they were going for, like that final post credit with him and him in it. I don't know.
People said that I didn't like him as Clark Kent, but I don't think we saw enough of him as Clark Kent to make a decision on anything. Like I saw that. I was like, I didn't see enough of him. I don't know if he's a good Clark Kent or not. He could be good. Yeah. I think the look was okay. I mean, they explained the glasses really well. But that was Guy Gardner. It was Nathan Fillion. So like that. Those things were
from the
good.
comic books.
Yeah. But you don't. But explaining it, people don't know. So unless you actually put it out there and explain what's going on, the way they did that, I thought that was pretty fine.
Yeah. It was pretty good with that.
Even though I will say this, I was disappointed in the physics of the movie. Event Horizon and the black hole. You should have lost some time. You should have lost some time.
Yeah, but there's a loophole. Which we'll get into because I did see other people talk about that.
I'm gonna see because when you talk about
where it's
the problem is the Proto River. So when I'm a huge nerd, so like I want to talk about it.
Yeah. No. I mean, because I saw somebody talk about it, and then like us like nerdies. I want to see what Neil deGrasse Tyson has to say about it, though. But
he said he'll probably tell you a black hole in the middle of the earth, no matter what, will a pin, size
where
of a
it's
pin
at.
would it doesn't matter where it is. A size of a pin near the earth, even near the earth, will suck the whole earth in. That's how the density of a black hole. The one of the size that we saw would destroy everything. So there's no good.
See, but it wasn't on the earth. Well, we'll get into it.
No, but once you explain, no, okay, wait.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Tony's in the house. What's up, Tony?
What up, Tony?
We got Maria.
What up, Tony? Hey, Maria.
Maria saying it's an excellent Superman movie. Okay. Like Lex Luthor in the original was kind of campy, but the original was. Yeah, it was comic book campy, kind of.
Yeah, and you have to take into account that the 70s, that was still technically like the early-ish age of Superman, where a lot of it was camp. I think hence why the Gene Hackman version was camp. There was a lot of camp in that movie. And I think
the worst part about the movie is Marlon Brando not being able to say a lot of things like correctly. That's why I was like, he said Krypton wrong. So like, if I,
that dude was like, that guy was Hollywood royalty, so he got to get away with a lot. Like even back even 11 years later with the first Batman movie, Jack Nicholson was able to do a ridiculous amount because he was just that dude at the time. I think he got the biggest salary. He was allowed to leave the set at a certain time so he could go watch the Lakers play. They basically said yes to everything.
It's fine because he did a great job. I'm not gonna put Marlon Brando and Jack Nicholson in the same discussion because I feel one was great and the other one was almost ruined the movie. That bad.
I mean, for those two movies, I agree.
Yeah,
but like I said, Marlon Brando was royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much anything he felt like doing, he basically got away with. Case in point, the way he pronounced Krypton.
Yeah, by that point in his career, they're just like, just stand there so we could put you in the credits.
That's all he did.
My dude was freaking sleepwalking through that.
He was like, "Hey, hand me the bourbin, hand me the bourbon, and then let's let's action.
Stop touching all the interns. Give me the bourbon." That's exactly. Oh man. I saw that because this kind of started a quick one. Said better than Jurassic World Rebirth. Can we all admit that? Mom Bear says, I prefer Jurassic World Rebirth.
No, I mean, this is a better movie. That's not the question. The question is how much money it was going to make.
Yeah, money's a different,
two different questions.
Thing. I've been getting so many memes of the toys, doing different things, and one's the D-Rex, and man, it's funny. It's funny, man. Like, there's no way I can say some of the shit I saw on stream and not get in trouble. But I mean, Jesus, man, they're funny.
People are bad, so that's just where.
Yeah.
I will say this: I was interested in Superman. Only had 5 theaters at my AMC.
Oh, really?
Jurassic World still had 4, but the main Dolby was Superman, and the main IMAX was Superman. But there's 2 other IMAXs, and both of those were Jurassic World. So that's why I was like, I'm not saying that this is not a slam dunk, but I mean, it's gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah,
and I still believe if Superman was where Fantastic Four is, then we might be talking about that $1 billion conversation. It just doesn't have enough time.
Yeah. I mean, luckily next week it's going against I Know What You Did Last Summer,
and it's still Jurassic World.
Okay, and Jurassic World's still in there. But
if it was on the 25th and this came out, the world is his oyster.
Yeah, at that point. Yeah. Drew, I see your question. That's going to open a whole nother can of worms, but I'll bring that up later in the show. But do this and we'll move on to our actual review.
That's a really
I know that is a good question, but I feel like we'll be talking about that for an hour alone. A said, because I want to call that dinosaur in the movie, but the word
special
starts with R. No, that's a lot of the memes I've been seeing are like that. Yeah. And it's like
really big.
You shouldn't be laughing, but it's funny. No, that's a nice way to put it. So, all right, let's. Oh man, All right, let's officially give our thoughts, and then we'll get more into like details and stuff at the end, like we usually do. But we'll do our likes or dislikes review, and then get into more comments and stuff after that. And then also Saturday we'll probably do some kind of like panel kind of thing. So we'll figure it out. Oh man, damn, that was funny.
Thank you.
Let me bring up the cast real quick and stuff. Although I do kind of want the toy of the D-Rex just because it looks so fucking stupid. Like I'm like, I didn't know the toy looked like that, and I'm like, I kind of want the toy. Oh man, hey, the dude, it's got 4 fucking arms. It's so stupid. All right,
it looks so dumb.
Where are we at? 6 legs and all. I guess technically if you count the legs, it has like 6 limbs. All right. She said, I must admit the dinosaur movie was disappointed me. I was highly underwhelmed. That's what I said.
I didn't go in thinking of anything of it. You know, I think everyone's saying all this negative. I think it was just okay. It was okay. At the end of the day,
went in expecting dinosaurs.
Okay.
And I got a dumbass T-Rex who got his head stuck in between 2 rocks and
sleeping and rolling around like a cat.
Yeah. You know, I didn't get any raptors, you know, and I got like weird ass mutant monsters at the end. So I'm like, where's the dinosaurs? So
guess you guys know
more
about
it's there to sell toys.
Okay.
What was that?
You guys must know a lot more about dinosaurs than I do. I don't know their behavior. I don't know any of those things. I know what they put in movies, so anything I wouldn't know. So I'm not going to sit there pretend like I know any of it.
I mean, even you compare it to the other ones, like the T-Rex in every other movie, the T-Rex was awesome, and this one is the T-Rex is a cat. It's a giant cat.
Should be more like a bird. It should be.
Oh yeah,
know, but it should be.
So
that's why, like,
at the very least,
you know, in the movies, it was fine. It was a fine Jurassic World movie, and that's just what it was. Nothing great. Nothing. That wasn't the worst thing I ever seen. It's just, you know, will I go back and see it? Probably not. But yeah, that's what it was. What it was.
Yeah. I mean, I would even say like it's not the worst Jurassic World or Jurassic movie I ever seen. So
that's not even the question. I mean, I don't think it's even close. So that's why I'm like, okay, you know, I feel like people are defending it, like treating it like it's either this or Superman. Like, no, it's not. It's not that. You don't have to draw that line in the sand. No, it was fine. It wasn't. I never thought it was going to be the best thing ever. Best thing since sliced bread. It's just to be a movie with some dinosaurs, and it's going to make a lot of money. That's it. That's all they do it for. Why else would you make 7 movies about dinosaurs? Like I don't know what the thing is.
Right.
You know?
So B in the house coming in.
What's going on?
All right. Let's get into you got the synopsis and anything else ready?
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all need? All right. You got your popcorn bucket ready to show off?
Somewhere over here.
Yeah. All right. So there's gonna be full spoilers, and I'll remind you guys again in a second, but FYI. Let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Hank Kramer. We're Brandman, Brandon Grizzly, and we're here to talk about the DCU, the official big screen start of the DCU. We're the Superman, David Cornsweet, James Gunn directing, Nicholas Hoult, Nathan Fillion, Isabel Merced, a bunch of other people. I don't want to give too much away. But yeah. Edie, how do you pronounce it? Edie?
I think it's Gathegi.
Gathegi? Yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about our likes, our dislikes, give our ratings at the end, and then if you're watching live after that, we'll get into a lot of the comments, a lot of the Rotten Tomato scores and box office, and a bunch of other stuff because I know we already been talking about it for a while. So, but also one last thing, spoilers, full spoilers. So if you're watching live, if this screen behind us with this little Superman logo is still up, we're talking spoilers. So just FYI. And anybody watching on the replay, full on spoilers. With that being said, Brian, you got a breakdown of what Superman is about.
No. When Superman gets drawn into conflicts at home and abroad, his actions are questioned, giving tech billionaire Lex Luthor the opportunity to get the Man of Steel out of the way for good. Will intrepid reporter Lois Lane and Superman's four-legged companion Krypto be enough to help him before it's too late?
Yeah. The basic right there for you. So we'll start with Brandman. What are some of your likes? What you like about Superman?
Quite a bit actually. It that's probably why you saw me with my pen writing stuff. But it establishes the universe right out of the woodwork, which I really liked. But at the same time, it doesn't really like coddle or talk down to you in terms of the origin. I liked how kind of similar to Spider-Man Homecoming or The Batman, it just assumes you as the viewer already know, which I really appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that it was actually the first live action Superman movie kind of since if I'm being honest, for me personally, ever since the 1978 run that really embraced the comic feel. I think Superman Returns just kind of embraced it was just kind of an imitation of the Reeve movies, and then Man of Steel had like a very specific tone to it. I liked the pacing of this movie. I liked that it kind of functioned as a standalone, all the while kind of like doing subtle world building and references to something bigger, but at the same time, it kind of stood on its own. I liked also that it treated Superman and Clark like a character. You know, I was able to kind of connect with the character, which is something I haven't been able to do with movie versions, also since Christopher Reeve, probably. There were even parts of this that kind of gave me animated series vibes, just from a visual standpoint. That was just me, or I don't know if that was just me. A lot of the performances really were a big reason this movie worked. In particular, David Cornsweet playing the title character. Rachel Brosnahan was absolutely great. Nicholas Hoult was great as Lex. Edie Gathegi really stole every scene that he was in. He's an actor that I've always liked. He's always had supporting roles. So to see him in a bigger role with potentially more longevity made me really, really happy because I've always liked him as an actor. And just the overall feel of the movie, I liked that it embraced the whimsical and the kind of heightened reality, I guess I don't know if that's the right word, of a comic book movie. So there was a lot that I liked.
Okay. Sounds good. What are you, Brian? What's some of your likes?
Yeah, I think David Cornsweet did a good job, especially the way it was written and how they tried to develop the character in that way. I think he did a good job with that. I think they did a good job writing, trying to give the audience nuggets. You know, it didn't start from the beginning, but they still try to give you some information about what's happening previously. You know, even with some of the words, some of the actions of the other characters, and though it had a lot of different superheroes in it, there were a lot. All of them were focused kind of on Superman, or were doing things because of Superman. Most things were still, focused on him. So I thought that was good. I was worried about overall if there were going to be too many things, too many moving parts in. I don't think that's something that this movie suffered from. I thought that was a good time. Edie Gathegi, I think was really a standout. I really loved him as Mr. Terrific. I want more Mr. Terrific. I enjoyed him a lot. And like I say, Nicholas Hoult did a really good job. He's probably my third favorite part of this whole thing. So, overall, I enjoyed the ending. Just the ending. I feel like most movies have a hard time sticking the landing. I think it did a better job sticking the landing than most movies I've seen recently.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
that's what I got. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then for me, I agree with pretty much everything you guys were saying. But like really, like David Cornsweet was the one guy I'm like, you're Superman. Like, how's it gonna feel? And I felt like he really nailed that, like goody two shoes Boy Scout kind of old school kind of Superman vibes, to the point where like he like not even cursing, like when he's Clark, he said a few curse words, no F-bombs or anything, but said a few curse words. But when he was Superman in the suit, he was just like he couldn't curse, like he's like, oh gosh darn it, like legit. I think he actually said gosh darn it in the movie. It's like
I think
he's
you're
like
right.
just that much of a good guy, like he can't even curse, and I think he really knocked it out of the park as Superman. But yeah, Lex was good. Nathan I was really worried about as Green Lantern, and he did a really good job. Love seeing some of the cameos in there. Like a really good one is William Reeve, which is Christopher Reeve's son, was in it. He was like one of the TV reporters, which was really cool. I really like Jimmy Olsen, and I did not expect anything from that character, and he was like a really fun character that I liked. But yeah, Mr. Terrific was amazing. Mr. as it. Yeah, I just really enjoyed a lot of it, but as like Brian said, as the movie went on and the further you got into it, the more it really like knew what it wanted to be. It was like, if it was just so good by the end. One thing I think I don't see a lot of people talking about, I was kind of worried about Jonathan and Martha Kent, from the trailers. I was like, they're just like, I guess it's like they're just like nobodies, really, and but it's because they were really like nobodies. They weren't like a Kevin Costner or like a Russell Crowe or whoever was, other father figures of Superman. It was just a dude in the middle of Kansas, like just a regular dude that just loves his son, and it doesn't matter if he's Superman or not. It's just he loves his son, and I was like, damn, man, that hit
You didn't immediately think Constantine?
What's that?
You didn't immediately think Constantine?
Yeah, he was the priest. Yeah, the alcoholic priest.
Yeah, and Constantine. Yeah, I forgot about that actually. But yeah, he was really good, and he just kept calling him like, oh, he's mush, like, because like whenever he's around his like son, he's just like worries about him and turns to like this mushy, which I get, like, so I really enjoyed them just being normal people, and just being good parents. I was like, that's where it was at for me. So but yeah, there's a lot of other goods that we'll talk about, later in another show and stuff like that. But let's get some of the negatives. You have any issues with this one, Brandman?
Some of the camera work got a little tedious, like how it would like kind of like just like rotate around someone, or like when it happened with the action sequences, it worked for me. I thought it was awesome. When like it was just like Clark getting up and walking to another side of the room. They do that when him and Lois are having their interview. It felt kind of awkward at times. I can also see how some people would consider some of the humor to be a little heavy-handed. I think there were times where Gunn kind of could have dialed it back a little bit. But at the same time, I kind of figured that was going to come with the territory with it being a Gunn movie. I think that really those were my only like two really glaring issues with it. I'd have to think on it a little bit. Like I said, I jumped on here like fresh out of the theater. I ran back here and hopped on. But those are the big ones that come to mind at the moment. I have to think on it a little bit more.
Okay. What were you, Brian?
Kind of talked about it the pre-show. For me, I was not sold by the whole first half of the movie. The whole first half of the movie was just, I was like, this is okay. You know, I wasn't sold on any of the comedy. I didn't think the comedy, people around me were laughing. I don't think I laughed, you know, but I like a specific comedy is one of those things where it's specific to you and things that you like.
Super subjective.
So, yeah. So if you don't, you know, like certain things, then yeah, you know, but because it was like he was trying to do it over and over again, and I already wasn't liking, I already wasn't laughing. I was like, okay, whatever, that's whatever. But it didn't take me out. But as I said, like the first half of the movie had me worried about. It was a lot of setting up. It was a lot of, you know, trying to give us information about stuff. There was a lot of getting beat up. There was a lot of trying to get you to understand that him in the first 3 years, he's not the Superman that you're thinking of, which made sense, but didn't really grab me and make me enjoy the movie astronomically. Like it wasn't like this thing that I thought that was so great. I thought the second half was just a great landing for me. I think there were some characters that they were useless, you know, in there. I really didn't care about, but they're all ancillary characters, so it's not like it's matter that much. You know, I'm not gonna worry about it. But overall, you know, I don't have a huge amount of problems with it. I don't think the pacing was bad. The camera stuff was fine, whatever, you know. It was supposed to look nostalgic. It was supposed to be this feeling like you're looking up, you know, you're seeing this guy who's becoming the Superman. So I didn't have a problem with a lot of that stuff. But yeah, I think those are my real big complaints more than anything. I thought the story was fine, you know, and the physics doesn't work. I don't care what you say. It doesn't work.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
That's it.
Real quick, Maria said, I enjoyed the first half better than the second half. Okay. I do agree more with Brian with the second half being like really, really stand out compared to the first half, but okay. And then Fernando saying this is Superman year 1, pretty much.
But it's not. Yeah.
Year 3. You know,
year
but
3.
Year 1 is is known as for like being like early on, you know, kind of Superman. So.
But then 3 years of being Superman, still doing stuff. He was. It's definitely trying to get there, but it just wasn't interesting. Some parts of it just wasn't interesting to me. But definitely not boring. Not boring.
So Hawkgirl didn't do much. I was disappointed. She's one of my disappointed kind of things. Like she was cool. She looked cool, I should say. You know, she was kind of just there.
Yeah.
How does Isabella Merced manage to look like 21 and 10 at the same time?
Still look young to me, but 21 is young to me. So that's no big deal.
It really weirds me out.
Yeah. But I mean, she's at that age. She's at what, 23, 24, something like that. So yeah.
I mean, no one should be complaining about Cat Grant, but why?
Oh, yeah.
Just, why? There's no reason for you to be in this fucking movie at all.
I think like a lot of the Daily Planet team were there. You know, like what was it, Steve? You know, was there, the sports anchor guy.
Yep.
I think a lot of those people were there just.
Well, Steve was there for comic relief, but it was just like because you saw him like holding
the 2
on.
scenes he was in. Yeah, it was just whatever. Yeah, you know, yeah, pretty much. You know, I mean, the main ones was Lois, Jimmy, and Perry White. Those were the main players of the Daily Planet team. And I thought all three of those were good.
Jimmy was awesome.
Yeah, was like I said, that was a really surprise. I was like, okay, even his gimmick of all these women were just wanted him so bad, and he's just this like 5'6" ginger kid who doesn't want anything to do with women. It's just it was so funny. Yeah. Oh man, it was so funny. But yeah, so some of my negatives, I had two like really glaring ones that kind of like bugged me. There's a character introduced at the end. I don't want to get into full spoiler with that, but there's a character introduced right at the end. I'm talking about like the last like 5 minutes of the movie, and they introduce them and they're drunk. You know, they explain why they're drunk, but and stuff like that, and it just I get it's gonna get explained later in other movies. It's just the introduction. That's the first time we see this person, and I was like, yeah, okay, you know, without yeah, you know, and the character looked cool, all that. It's just the way they were introduced didn't quite sit too well. I just wish they were introduced a little bit better. You know, didn't ruin the movie by any means. And then
minutes, I get ruined them.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like yeah. But one that I kind of like was like, you know, it felt very, I don't say forced, but it felt like it was there for the plot. Obviously, was right at the beginning ish. He's fighting the big lizard monster thing, you know, and it was a pretty quick fight, which I'm kind of glad it was, because I know you, Brian, were like worried that was gonna be bad, you know, and it was like super cool. It was like maybe 5 minutes, if that.
I rolled my eyes at the end, time, so it wasn't that
long. At the end, he winds up like saving a bunch of people so it doesn't crush them all, right? And then literally like a minute later, this news info comes out that he's like that Lex is like saying like he's here to enslave the world and have his harems, and he wants to be the conqueror and stuff like that. And I was like, he just saved everybody for the past 3 years. He's been saving everybody, you know, like
what has he done? You're just trying to soften you up,
to soften it up. I was like, that's the dumbest thing. And then like afterwards, like me and my girlfriend were talking. That's those thing too. It was very real, you know. I was like, oh yeah, I mean,
you see this shit happening in real life. Have typing monkeys put all the negative stuff on there.
yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You know, but that's why it felt like I'm like, oh, but then like, you know, afterward, you know, it's like it, you know, it's, you know, you're telling me this rich, powerful person, you know, it can easily persuade a bunch of normal people. What? Like never, like, you know. So, you know, it wasn't like the worst thing, but at the time, I was like, it's like what. You know, and I got it. They had to do that to actually move the story to where it needed to go. So, but again, it didn't ruin the story. It just kind of like, I was like what? Like it just felt very tropey movie kind of vibe to it. But yeah, but one thing I would say, the monkey thing, I was waiting for it to show up, because when we heard about it, we were like, it sounds stupid. When you actually saw it,
it still sounds stupid.
It still sounds stupid, but it didn't. It really didn't matter. But it kind of fit with everything that was going on. Everything else that was going on in that second that they showed the stupid monkeys, like there was like other crazier things happening as well. You know, so
there's no reason for it to be monkeys. He has all these people work for him. He's a super billionaire. There's no reason for it to be monkeys.
I think it could set up other things. It could set up like the Wonder Twins. It can set up Killer Grodd. You know, it could set up like things. You know, or it could just be a one-off. You know,
they all.
My mind kind of did go to Grodd.
Yeah, you know. So
I'm not gonna know about real life, so it doesn't matter what I think about gorilla and monkeys, and that doesn't matter at all. But whatever, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, for the most part, I didn't have like any major issues. Like those were kind of the two that was kind of like, ugh, you know. But again, like they weren't parts of the movie where I'm like, that's it. Like this movie sucks. It doesn't make any sense. It was just okay.
Those 66 seconds didn't kill you.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, if it was 58 seconds, I would have been all right.
When you average it out, you say, "Oh, I know I didn't enjoy this. I didn't enjoy that." But is it a main plot in the movie? No.
Yeah. Exactly. That's kind of how it went. Because like 5 minutes later, I wasn't even thinking about it. You know, so because they were already doing other crazy stuff. But you guys got anything else before we move on to our ratings?
I think that's about it for me.
I do think Metamorpho was pretty cool. I kind of enjoyed Metamorpho. Even though he looked like one of the aliens from Prometheus.
Yeah,
he looked just like Prometheus.
I don't want to be mean, but that's kind of like, you know, Anthony Corrigan. That's kind of like, because I think he has like was not alopecia. Is it alopecia? I think.
Yeah.
You know, so like he has like no hair, no eyebrows, and stuff like that. So
no, but just the way his head is shaped, and the way like it was like a big old head, like it looked like
a
architects.
The architects. There you go. Yeah. But I thought his character was really interesting. You know,
no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I think that he was important in that proto space. Yeah.
The one thing, it did get pretty dark in that moment when Metamorpho gets so upset that he like cries. Again, I'm trying to stay vague a little bit. There's the thing that happens that does that. I was like, whoa, like damn, you know, like, okay, you know, this is LP. Anthony Kerrigan, I think his name, Kerrigan, something like that. Kerrigan. Yeah. So he was pretty solid for what he was. So an interesting look of Metamorpho.
Yeah, sure. I liked that look, how he was just like a mishmash of like different elements and stuff like that, and basically I'm not trying to say this is a knock on the character, but like they basically like leaned into like the mutant freak aspect of him, and I mean that in the best way possible. I liked how he was like just like a warped amalgamation of different of different elements. That was pretty cool.
Love them in Gotham. Yeah,
me too.
I knew I saw him from somewhere else. Yeah, it was Gotham. But one thing I would say, well, real quick, mine's more just like a thing. I like how they started the film with just setting the world up with like, was it like 3 centuries ago? We got metahumans. 30 years ago, Clark landed. You know, 3 years ago, Superman came. You know, it was like 3 hours ago, he got into a fight, and like 3 minutes ago, like he lost the fight or some shit. Yeah. So, or lost his first fight, which was the day they went in there. He lost his first fight as Superman. So, yeah. So I enjoyed those. Like, that was interesting because they literally throw you into this movie. You know, it's like you'll figure out the world as we go along. You know, and I think that's part of why like the first half felt different, because
I enjoyed those parts. I didn't like the other stuff, but the stuff that we saw in the trailer, I thought that was real cool. The fight was still fine. The kaiju was weird. Even the eye that's in the background was totally unnecessary or whatever.
Oh, I thought that scene was great because it didn't even matter.
He was like, "Oh no, they got it, man. Don't worry about it."
He's like, let him have it.
Just anything in the background's happening. It could be a TV playing. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, I just like how Lois kept looking like like, and Superman's like, it's good coffee or good cocoa or whatever. So that was good. What's up, Evan? Evan said Metamorpho was awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that. I see Bobby Coltrane in the house. Appreciate you coming in.
You guys love Rachel Brosnahan as Lois?
I thought she was really, really good. Actually might be my as far as cinematic Lois Lanes go, and this is kind of laying aside the very TV series, because I think they're their own animal. I really liked her. Dare I say, I think I almost kind of preferred her to Margot Kidder, if I'm being honest. Because Kate Bosworth didn't do a thing for me, much as I've always liked her. Amy Adams, much as I love her too, did not do a thing for me as Lois, and it didn't help that she didn't have the greatest writing to work with either. I really liked Rachel Brosnahan. Like, I thought she was absolutely I thought she was absolutely spot on in every way, from the look to like the attitude, and even on Marvelous Miss Maisel. You know, when I heard she got the role, I'm like, you know, Marvelous Miss Maisel shows that she has what it takes. That was like her unofficial audition for the role. So she really blew past my expectations, if I'm being honest.
What up, Professor?
What up, Professor?
Yeah, I'm close to what Brandman's saying. I think she reminds me the most of Margot Kidder from the original 78 one. And I think she was trying to like almost mimic it at certain points, especially in the beginning. But by the end, I was like, I kind of like her a lot. You know, she took a minute to kind of grow on me, you know, because she was very much that like, you know, interview or like attitude kind of like badass, or let's say badass, but like, you know, yeah. But by the end, I was like, oh, I really liked her, you know, and I liked her and Corey Sweat's chemistry, you know, was pretty good, you know. But at the start, where I'm like, you're kind of being too much like that, the Margot Kidder, keep saying her name wrong. A little too much like it, but then I think she found her footing and kind of became her own Lois Lane, you know, at least movie wise, you know. But yeah, I like, by the end I liked her. I thought she was pretty good. What about you, Brian?
I think I rank her like 5.
Oh damn,
4 or 5.
You
know,
including TV ones.
But this is including TVs. This is including TV. Yeah. You know, as far as movies, I mean, it's hard. You know, but in all of mine, I'm about 4 or 5. I mean, I think she was fine. She was good. I probably would have been like, you know, because if you put yourself in that situation, you're like, man, ain't no way I'm talking to this lady. What the hell's wrong with it? You know, I have no problem. A strong person, strong woman, I have no problem with. You know it all, whatever. But that kind of fits the Lois Lane. But I feel like it felt too much of a rehash at that point. I didn't feel like she was her own character until she really tried to go save Clark. And then that's when her personality actually started to come out. But until then, I just thought it was just whatever. You know, she was reading lines. So like, I think going forward, now she has a personality kind of to be able to come in and kind of lean on, that will work overall. But I wasn't blown away. I mean, I'm not going to be blown away by things just because it was new. Just because it was something, the newest thing. I'm not going to be blown away by it. But I'm also not going to just say it was trash, because it wasn't. She was good, but it was a rehash. Well, Mike is my GOAT, right? Kobe was the second coming of Mike, but he was the second coming. So I'm not going to say he's Mike. I'm not going to say he's the second because he's the second coming. Like, no, that's But it fit. I would say she fit in that. And once again, it goes with my feeling in the movie. The second half, when she starts to go save Clark and doing all those things and put herself out there, she was awesome.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, so yeah, cinematic. I'm kind of closer to Brandman, but if you add in all the Lois Lanes, she probably gets knocked down a couple notches. Yeah.
She'd get probably knocked down a couple notches on my end too, because I was very fond of Erica Durance from Smallville.
Yeah,
I thought she was amazing.
She was one of the best, if not.
I might like her because she
might be the best. But she had the attitude with the know-it-allness while still being like, interesting.
But beautiful enough to be. Why would I deal with it? That makes sense. Okay. So,
why? It's good. Why would I deal with it? It's good.
I mean,
that's exactly what it is.
Hatcher, it's not the best Lois Lane, but I just love her because it's nostalgic. I just love that. New Adventures of Superman. I love that. So I probably put her in front of her too, and so it. She and oh man, what's her name? From Superman and Lois, Elizabeth. Tulloch. She was great.
She was great.
She was great. So like, if I'm going to say that she did a better job than those guys, no, I'm not. So I'm not going to say that. But then we're talking about cinematically. I mean, so she's not Mike. Yeah, Kobe. It's okay. That's not the
bad. Yeah. We got a couple people in here. Professor saying I can't wait to see it. Evan saying there was a Clark revealing to Lois in the movie. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's some of the stuff you miss when you skip to the year 3. You miss some of that initial kind of lore building, so which is not horrible because we've seen it before.
But you think that they would explain, they would have had that conversation that they had earlier?
What do you mean?
So they only been dating for 3 months, so she's known.
Yeah.
Or I didn't know how long she's known. I don't know that. So
yeah. Well, he's only been Superman for 3 years, so at max 3 years. But probably not. I mean,
no. I mean, they only dated for 3 months.
Been dating for 3 months, so you got to figure. Maybe 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
If that, yeah. But yeah. But yeah, you did miss some of that stuff. And then Jason said, just got back from seeing it. He said, what a ride. David Corn Sweat is amazing. Then Mama Bear said, that explains why so many put up with me.
So my wife is challenging. Trust me, she is challenging. I don't mind that. I don't mind those things, but sometimes you want that. You want to have both parts, and and I love the personality, so that's what you want.
Exactly. And then Fernando said, I enjoy when movies throw you right into the action, and this one did, like right in there.
Felt like it was like this, and then went down, and then took off. Superman.
Yeah. Well, versus I know I'm a pain in the butt.
That's the only people.
I think most good women are.
I ain't say that.
At least the men.
I'm not. Yeah, I was going what he said. Yeah. If we were driving the bus, I would totally throw Tank right under that and walk off.
Brian's like, I said challenging, not a pain in the butt. Those are different. Oh man. Guys, it was fun. Wes was emo. See, I don't want to compare this to like Man of Steel because Man of Steel was its own thing, Man of Steel told its own story.
Yeah, Man of Steel definitely wasn't without its merits. I think for me personally,
some parts were great.
Yeah, I think for me personally, it just didn't resonate with me very much. Unfortunately, it didn't do a whole lot. Whenever I watch it, I usually kind of leave. I usually turn it off with just a meh or kind of hollow feeling. But it definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't without its merits.
Oh, I think it definitely had great casting. Still, I think if writing was different, Man, it still would have been just good. I think they casted a lot of stuff right. I think it didn't feel like Superman. That was the problem with Man of Steel. But I didn't hate it. Like I of us three, I probably like Man of Steel the most.
Yeah, hollow. Yes, I think hollow is a good word.
That is probably. It didn't feel like Superman.
No. Yeah, I never got the Superman vibe that at that point I was looking for. I think Superman Returns also kind of suffered from the same
because that's worse.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one's just bad.
Yeah, it was. And the thing with
it.
it is, it was time to do something new and kind of kind of not reinvent the character, but go for a new tone. And Singer just played it safe and did like an imitation of the. I can't even call it an homage to the Reeve movies. It was just a cheap.
I felt like a ripoff.
Superman Returns is like, you have Fig Newtons, right? And then you have little cookie Fig Bites.
Aldi brand Fig Bites.
Great value. That's what it was. It wasn't. You got Frosted Flakes, and then you have the polar bear. Flakes are frosted. That's what it was. Superman Returns was Flakes frosted.
They're pretty good.
Exactly.
Feel bad for Brandon Routh though, because he, I think
he's awesome.
I think he's awesome, and he definitely had what it took. He deserved, kind of like Henry Cavill. He deserved better content.
Henry Cavill is still awesome. You know what? When Ultraman came out, I will love.
Part of me,
if it was Henry Cavill, I would like.
Is that it?
I was hoping so much.
I was hoping the same.
He's much bigger, right?
Yeah. But because of David Corn Sweat does look kind of similar to Cavill, and he took it off. I'm like, wait a second. Okay, no, it's not. I'm like, rub my eyes. I'm like, oh, that's not him. That would have been fucking awesome.
That would take this movie to like over the moon. Everyone would have been on board if that would happen.
like Bizarro Superman is Cavill. Oh man, yeah, people would have lost their damn minds. Because I told you it wasn't Cavill. Yeah, no. I mean,
if it was, imagine
if it
everyone's mindset. Remember I always said DC, you need to try to bring everyone together. Can you imagine if they did that?
Mm.
You had to pay him a whole lot of money, though.
I mean, they technically could. If they want to go Bizarro and they get him, yeah.
But yeah, man. Henry Cavill knows too well. He's man.
Yeah. He's on a Warhammer. He's doing probably for the best too. For him, he always gets screwed over by everybody. Told you the monkeys were real. Yeah, they're real, but ultimately, like, it really didn't matter. And it was so quick.
You could tell that they edited a lot of stuff, right? Like, I feel like they knew that was a problem, and they edited that to a small portion of it. I think I'm glad they edited a lot of the jokes out of it, because that would have took me back out of it. Like if too much, if it was too jokey, and they were talking about 20 more minutes of jokes, I would have been like, nah, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that. So the theater would turn into LA. Jesus.
People been rioting.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it would be amazing. Yeah. I would have bought the movie there. I would have just stole the movie out of the projection. Like, give it now. Give it to me.
Yeah. So Jason said if they ever need a black Superman, they got Brandman already. You want
to do Earth 2, man? Earth 2?
Earth 2.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. Let's get into our ratings. Then we'll get into some more Superman talk and stuff. All right. So here we do a now, later, never. Now means you gotta go to the theater and see it right now. Later means you can wait till it's at home streaming on HBO Max and stuff like that. And never means just skip it altogether. Brandman, what are you giving Superman? The start of the DCU.
This is an easy now. This is a very easy now for me. I thought that it was a great start to this potential universe. I liked how it was contained while lending itself to the greater universe. I liked how it didn't treat you as the viewer like you were an idiot, which I really appreciated. I thought everyone brought their A game performance wise. Really cool scene stealing performance from Edie Gathegi. I want to see more of him. I'm happy with wherever he shows up. I liked a lot of the action sequences. I liked the overall vibe of the movie, and I liked that I got to connect with Superman as a character on the big screen for the first time in a long time. It makes me excited to see more of him. You know, I thought David Cornsweet did a great job, as did everyone. So I was really happy with it. Already making plans to go again, and I might even go more after that. So yeah, this is very easily an out for me.
Okay. Well, you, Brian, what are you giving it?
I'm not head over heels in love with it, but you know, this was definitely a good time. So now I don't even know how you can go. You have to hate everything about the movie to say later, because was an experience. People were enjoying it. People were talking, laughing. We were, well, I wasn't laughing, but people were enjoying it around. So it was an experience no matter what in the theater. Yeah, as I said, I have issues with it, but I have this as a definite now. Like, you, to the point where I already talked to my wife. We're probably gonna go see it again on Sunday. And then I will definitely have more of a definite understanding of what I liked and didn't like. But a movie like this that makes you want to go see it another time tells you enough about it right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this now, I wouldn't go see it twice if it wasn't a now. so
That's true. Go watch it again just to be more angry at it.
Yeah, like, I want to shake my fist at it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, and I'm there now as well. It was so good. Like, and I went in, I know, like Brian is too, I went in just like, oh, please be good. Like, had my fingers crossed. I'm like, please be good, And yeah, by the end of the movie, it was just like very hopeful, like it's just like I'm hopeful for what the DCU can be. I'm interested in Supergirl. I'm interested to see when we get Batman, like how is Batman going to fit into this stuff. The Lanterns I'm more interested in now, because of Guy Gardner and his vows and stuff
and me
like that.
not hating him. I really thought I was gonna hate him.
Same. I mean, I hate Guy Gardner. He's just a dickhead. And he played Guy Gardner really well, I gotta admit. But yeah, it's just I saw what they were going for at the end, by the end of this movie, where the goodness of Superman is infectious, especially to other heroes. And I want to see how that kind of plays out in this new universe. So yeah, this is definitely a now for me.
Mr. Terrific was gonna be terrific no matter what.
Oh yeah, he was he was really good, man. Just the way he talked, the way, like, the badass of just him, like, being a badass,
But you coming in, like, just sitting there like, yeah, I got this, let's go.
Oh, the part is like, oh, I can help you. He's like, I don't need your damn help. Exactly. That was so.
I'm a terrific. I don't need your damn help. What's wrong with you?
Right.
Oh, that was great. Yeah. Yeah. He's just like, he was great. But yeah, this is just a really fun movie. Highly recommend it. So we'll end that part of our review here. If you're watching our replay, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us for other fun movie reviews like this. We're gonna be talking about Superman again on Saturday live, so if you want to come in and join that, and we're gonna do other movies, Fantastic Four, so make sure you come and join us. If you are in the live chat, we want you guys to stick around because we're gonna get into more of your comments. We're gonna get into Rotten Tomatoes, we're gonna get into box office and other fun Superman stuff. But we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. But let's move on to the live chat right now.
All right, explain to me how a protospace is not on Earth. I promise. I'm reading.
It's in a pocket dimension.
It's not how it works. That's not how it works.
It's in a pocket dimension.
It's not how it works. When it affects the real world, the world that you're in, once it does that, it does not matter. Once it affects the real world, it will affect the world no matter how it goes.
Because that's what even Mr. Terrific explained it. He goes, if one of these portals messes up, that's the end of the world.
Once it went into the real world, because at the point you're entering it through the way they did it with Lex, the way they entered it, and it had that's fine. And you can have a singularity in that, and that will work, and that'll be fine. Once it affected the real world, that singularity when Clark was going down when he's fighting Ultraman, that should have destroyed the world. It should destroy the world. It no longer works because it already affected the real world. The river, the proto river is already there. All that stuff, it should destroy the world. It doesn't work any other way.
Like when it was causing the rift.
Once that happened, you saw the event horizon and that all that should have been done. When he was fighting Ultraman, the whole world, there's no going back there. Oh, I'm going to put it back together. No, there's no putting it back together. It would have been over.
Yeah.
You know? But at the end of the day, guess what it is? Comic books.
It's a dude wearing underwear on the outside that flies around. So, with a crazy dog. I honestly got to admit, I really did enjoy Crypto. I was really worried. I'm like, I think it's gonna be a little too much. And I thought he was pretty good, especially at the end how they explain why he is the way he is. You know, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You know, but I enjoyed Crypto. I thought because a lot of times my girlfriend looked over at me and she goes, "Is that our dog?" I was like,
yeah, but that's why you probably love Crypto because he's like just like your dog.
You know, I'm sure he's like a lot of dogs. And the funny is James Gunn showed a video of his dog who's based off, you know, Crypto is based off of, and he's like barking himself. Oh, you got it.
Anthony Kramer.
It didn't say not Ben, and there's a giant fucking crease in it.
There's a giant crease in it.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
But I'll keep this up just because we'll probably do some spoilers right now. We got Sully Streams in the house. What's up,
what up, Sully?
Make sure you guys go check out Sully Streams. He already got a review up. He did that like on Monday. So yeah, make sure you guys go check out Sully. But he said, what were everyone's most anticipated announced DC projects? I'm gonna go with Swamp Thing.
This was it.
Swamp Thing could be fun.
Swamp Thing could be cool.
This was it. Everything I want, I wanted to not things that aren't announced. That's what I'm looking for. Things that aren't announced. When you go further, and you know, I mean, Batman, because Batman is awesome. That's just it. I'm more of a Batman fan than Superman fan.
I would,
100%.
I'd say after this, well, this was probably my most anticipated because I was really interested to see how they kick this universe off. I thought, you know, there's a lot riding on this, but now I'd say
that's awesome.
Either Lanterns, just because I'm interested in the tone they're going to go for, or if they're still doing Booster Gold, because I think that could be a lot of fun. And I'm curious to see if they're going to do it, if it's going to be a movie or if it's going to be a TV series, or maybe they did and I'm just drawing a blank. But I'd love to see what they're going to do with Booster Gold.
Yeah, I mean, obviously for me, I don't even think it's a question. I'm pretty excited about the Lanterns. Yeah. You know, I'm really interested. Everything I hear about it gets me a little more interested. So yeah, I really want to see how it goes, because just from the sounds of what that show is, it sounds like that's going to be pretty different from this movie, you know? So yeah. But Lancers, I'm pretty excited about. Swamp Thing could be really fun. You know, you could start doing a lot like this Earthbound supernatural stuff.
Period.
Yeah. Swamp Thing is like a real, like really badass, man. Like the whole green thing, like him just being able to like anything green he affects. That'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, and that's just what we're getting right now. But the Batman is probably my second most anticipated.
Batman's awesome.
Yeah. You know, just because he said like it's going to be the whole Bat family, you know, and I love Batman. I love Nightwing because Nightwing is a fucking badass.
Yeah,
I always love Nightwing.
In a lot of ways, is better, you know, than original Batman. So in a lot of ways, he's not a better detective, you know, but If you want
I
cooler,
mean, I would say he's
cooler.
a better detective. But he's a
Nightwing's
really good
cooler.
detective.
He's
Nightwing is cooler. Yeah. Please God, don't be the original Nightwing suit because that shit sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
That shit sucks. But I wouldn't mind having him kind of somehow turn into Nightwing because he gets called Nightwing because of Superman. Superman tells him of a story of a superhero that was on Krypton and his name was Nightwing, and then Dick takes that name. And he's like, I like that, and then he just wears the dumbest fucking outfit. His original Nightwing is just so bad. Later, he gets the badass, blue like V-bird eye on it, but yeah. But seeing Damien, I think is gonna be awesome, like because he's a little dickhead, so yeah.
Damian Wayne's just a little son of a bitch.
Literally,
and I know they're saying he's gonna be the main Robin in focus in the Brave and the Bold movie, which could be fun, and Bruce just constantly trying to keep him in check.
How many times they say don't kill?
I'm curious to see where they go with that, and just more about it. I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to be this main universes, or not main universe, but the rebooted universe.
This iteration,
There's a lot of it that really a lot to unpack there, and who they're going to get for the rest of the Bat family. Which ones we're going to see in this movie? Are we going to see some of them or all of them?
But I will say this: David Cornsweat's Superman. You can definitely do Batman versus Superman in this world, the way he played it.
You could do that.
You definitely understand. That would definitely makes perfect sense.
It would.
Yeah.
It would.
But I could see them doing a Public Enemies as well.
They could do Public Enemies
100%. because of where, but you also could use the Batman what we already had with this.
Yeah, it depends on where they go with in the second one, but I wouldn't mind it, but yeah. But my thing is, I wonder, because Superman is still new to it, right? I wonder, because Batman is such a badass, like, does this version of Superman become a better Superman because of Batman? You know what I mean? Like, I could see like a Batman Superman movie coming out before a Justice League movie. You know what I mean? Because they're the main two guys, and they kind of make each other better, because it's like Batman's just a dude. Like, how can I fight a god? And then meanwhile, like, Superman's like, I'm a god, but I kind of afraid of this dude. It's like, they have this mutual like respect and fear of each other, in a sense.
Is he a god right now? Is he a god right now?
But that's how Lex saw him. Lex saw him as like this like super being, like this godly like being. Even though he's like, I'm just a dude.
Lex was a hater. He even said that. I'm hating on everybody. I hate on
Galileo and Einstein. I was like, you're that me? Yeah. I did.
At some point, I saw Denzel. He was like, I don't put cases on all of you. Y'all don't have shit on me. Like,
yeah. I really did like he has like this cult following, like it, but again, like I'm this movie was made before this year, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just it's wild that it has a lot of similarities to what's going on in the world. With hey, here's this rich person that has this cult that kind of follows them no matter what. I was like, oh, hey, shit. So
I mean, Alex is going to jail, so that's different.
Not just jail, they're sending his ass to Belle Reve.
Yeah,
they said it.
They said Belle Reve.
Yeah, they said it. But it's Lex, and he's rich, and he's got people everywhere. So, I feel like by the time next time we see Lex, he's already gonna be out or some shit, or he's gonna be like in a mansion in Like he had Belle Reeve build a separate wing just for him or some shit like that. You know,
they already have monsters out there, creature commandos. No matter what you can kill all type of people. So the government's going to use all type of things. So he'll be out because of the government.
Yeah. So
wow, Maria, Supergirl is going to be much better than Superman.
Is it Supergirl? That's what people are saying. That's what a lot of people are saying.
It's possible. It's got just as much going for it. I like the director. I can't wait to see Millie Alcock as Supergirl. I like seeing her show up for that 30-second 30-second sequence she showed up in.
Yeah.
I could the director, like I said.
Yeah,
I could have done without that.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, "Bitch, big deal."
It's a big deal when I have my 8-year-old. So for you, as an adult, sure. My 8-year-old, it's a big deal. Going to see Superman,
and then
with a guy who's not cursing and all the other stuff. So
that's exactly.
I could definitely.
He cursed too.
He didn't say
as Clark. He cursed. Like, which was a thing. Like as Clark, he cursed. As Superman, when he wore that suit, he never said a bad word. I'm pretty sure. I have to watch it again, but
being a parent.
But I did like how they explained it a little bit. They're like, "Oh yeah, she's going to planets and red suns and blah blah blah," which it sets up the movie. Obviously, her going through some shit. But she had the look. I thought she had the look. Take off the stupid jacket she was wearing. I was like, that's a classic Supergirl look.
Yeah, we were waiting to get a good look at the at the costume. I'm happy we did.
I can't wait for Lobo. That's
who I'm really waiting to see.
Lobo's one of my favorite characters. Just ever. It's just he's never really been on screen. He was on what's that, the Krypton or Krypton, right? That the show. Yep. It wasn't the best version of him. He's been in a few animated films that were awesome, but like in the comics, man, he's like a badass.
He's an absolute badass, and that's the role. Jason Momoa was born to like. He should have been. I've said many times he should have been playing that role off the rip. Fine as he was as Aquaman, but yeah, he basically is Lobo already. You just got to put like the chalk white makeup on him. And
she said, "I really like the last Supergirl from the Flash, bro." I did too.
No, I didn't like her. I
can't remember her that way.
I love her.
No,
she was so
I liked the Supergirl from Smallville.
She was a good one too.
Yeah, I can't remember the Supergirl from. Oh wait, Melissa Benoist. What am I doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, really? You don't remember her? Really? Okay.
Yeah, she was probably one of the best things in the.
I mean, her and Grant Gustin. That was it.
Wait. Oh no, Supergirl. From this. I thought you were talking about the Flash movie, Sasha Cali.
Oh, she was.
I thought you were talking about her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the Supergirl from the show she was all right.
Oh my god, Sasha.
Oh yeah, we're
but that Flash. There wasn't enough about her. There wasn't enough substance to compare. Yeah, we have 6 seasons of Supergirl from from her.
But that's why it's so hard to like compare like movies with TV, because like TV, like we've been with that character for so long, and that actor or actress, so
and she did a great job of portraying.
Great job,
and that's why like those 6 seasons were some of the best. Even Martian Manhunter, I thought was what was it? David Harwood or is it?
I forgot his name. I know. Yeah, he has a very familiar face. He's been in a bunch of shit, but he was great. Yeah, as Martian. Yeah.
So no, I definitely enjoyed that.
I don't know, but were you talking about the movie or the show? Either way, I would have been cool with either.
So no, from
The
Flash,
movie one, I
you,
definitely liked it.
yeah, 100%.
That James Olsen made sense to have women crushing on him.
I thought it made
that
sense.
was
I
funny.
loved it. I loved it. Yeah,
That was
Jimmy.
funny. It was super. I was talking about the trash Flash Supergirl. Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The movie.
Gotcha.
I mean, I agree with the movie. Man, she's awesome.
Fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if they said like, hey, come back and be Supergirl again, but this time you're gonna be in the classic Supergirl outfit, movie ticket bought, like rent in a theater. From the Arrowverse, the last two cast members of Glee were the best thing on it. I don't remember that.
Glee. No.
I stopped watching Flash. I never fit. Like it got a little too much after.
Flash didn't have. I mean, she was more with Green Arrow than she's in Flash. I mean, she was there sometimes Flash, but she was more Green Arrow.
Yeah, the Supergirl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they said, also, what are some Superman stories I should be reading to get up to speed? Never read non-Batman DC stuff. I have All-Star Superman, Up in the Sky, Kingdom Come ready to go. What's the one? Kingdom Come is really good. They won't get to Kingdom Come for a long time, I think.
And that's a good thing. That's a good
no, it
thing.
is. Yeah. What's the one the miniseries with the 10 issues? Where he goes like through time. Lost. Superman Lost.
Superman Lost was fucking
so good. So good. Read Supergirl Moment of Tomorrow. That's a 6 or 7 issue, I think. Six issue.
It's the one they're basing the movie on.
It's the one they're basing the movie on. It's a really good run. The art is great. I would recommend those two. Again, I'm not a big Superman reader either. But Lost is really good. They're not going to do a movie about Lost anytime soon.
No,
maybe
man,
ever.
It was so good.
Yeah,
oh,
it's really, really good. It's really good. If you want to do some Superman stuff, Absolute Superman, just the whole Absolute universe that's going on right now.
Latest Absolute Superman. Have you guys seen it yet?
No. I'm kind of falling behind on all the Absolute stuff, but Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Batman, those are so effing good, man.
The Absolute run on, it's so good.
Yeah, all anything that's Absolute new stuff right now. Just go to your comic book store and like, give me whatever Absolute stuff you got. Especially of the main three. Flash is good. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like. I'm a
bigger Flash fan I am than a lot of the other ones, but
the Flash had a rough first issue, but then yeah, they got good. Absolute Superman, yeah.
No, this one, guys, man,
yeah.
I'm more of a Batman fan, period, overall with it, but so
yeah,
I actually avoided. I avoided a lot of Superman on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
As I was getting into a lot of stuff, I just stayed away from a lot of Superman stuff because I always thought that it was better writing in Batman and better writing in a lot of other comic books. But Superman just has so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can have 5
a lot.
I want to say we got 4. I have 4,500 comic books. You got 4,500 just in Superman. just, and all of them. If you're going from action, so
yeah. He said, I read the last Absolute Superman just came out. I'm waiting for Absolute Batman's newest one. I know they're going on a 2-month hiatus. Is that starting this month or next month?
Next month.
Next month? Okay.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be gone for 2 months. But yeah. So it gives everyone a little bit of time to catch up. Said the Flash and Supergirl both used to be on Glee. Really? What's what's the Flash's name? Is the actor
Grant Gustin.
Grant Gustin? He was on Glee.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, I didn't watch Glee, so I don't know.
I was watching, listening to Grant Gustin talk about. I saw this thing that said Grant Gustin is okay with being Flash in Gunn universe. He's too old.
I bet he would. I mean, yeah, he's too old, but of course he would have been like, "Yeah, you want me to play in movies for the next 10 years?" Like,
they went too young of a Superman. I don't know how you go Flash.
Yeah. I think the only one that you could go a little bit older with would probably need to be Batman. But even then, you got it. You can't go like 50 or 60. You have to go like 45, the max.
I mean, that's hard. I mean, Grant Gustin's not that old.
How old is he? He's got to be like 40 something, right?
45. Grant Gustin? He's like 34,
35.
Yeah.
That's not 35. Born
he
could be Flash. That's not too bad. I thought he was older than that. I thought he was like.
The problem because he has all that the depth. He has all that baggage of Flash. You couldn't start him off and say he's the beginning of Flash. There's no way.
It would be hard. It would be hard.
There's no way. I mean, he's already done too much.
Yeah.
But I would love it. Don't get me wrong. I would be signing in. But where you already started with Superman, I just don't see it.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention, there's another spoiler. So, how'd you guys like
the big bolt of lightning just was right?
I hear it outside right now.
I hear it too. Just rumbling. That's cool. But yeah, what do you guys think about Peacemaker showing up? Talking shit about Superman.
People were laughing. I was like, I smiled a little bit.
Yeah, because his season's coming out. Is it this year? Season 2?
It is this year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
It's coming out in the end of the year, right? Is that what it is?
Next month.
It's August?
Yeah.
Next month, yeah. August 21st. So about 6 weeks. 5 weeks. Something like that. Yeah. Damn. That's a lot sooner than yeah. So, and I know from the trailer we already saw Green Lantern, Guy Gardner's in it, Hawkgirl's in it, Sean Gunn, Maxwell Lord is in it.
Yeah, Maxwell Lord.
So yeah. Also, there is so many James Gunn's people in here. We had Bradley Cooper was in it. Some of the Guardians. Rooker. What's his name? I can't think of his name.
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker was one of the voices of the Superman bots. Palm, whatever, Mantis. She was one of the voices.
Tudyk wasn't the Superman bot.
He was a Superman bot.
He was one of them. He was the main one. He was number 4.
He was the main one, right? He's number 4. Tudyk was
Gary.
Yeah. Number 4 was Tudyk. Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. Because I think Michael Rooker was one of the other bots. He was one of the other bots. Palm Clement, whatever, Mantis. She was one of the bots. She was pretty easy. Her voice is pretty easy to notice.
Yeah.
So, Michael Rosenbaum was one of the.
No, I want you to say the name. No, give me the name.
Was that Clementif?
It's not that bad. I'm okay with that. It's not that
bad. Michael Rosenbaum was one of the voices of the Raptors, one of the Raptor dudes, which was cool. That was funny, having old Lex being a minion of the new Lex. So, yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of James Gunn puts his sneaks a lot of his people in.
Always, yeah.
So,
you should.
Yeah, even Michael Rosenbaum was in Guardians. So,
yeah, sure was.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what you
Michael Rosenbaum's been in everything. Voiceover, come on, man.
Right. So can we put a poll up? Which Superman would Brandon be? Steel, Valzad, or Calvin Ellis? I would probably say Calvin. Valzad?
Really? Calvin Ellis? I won't be able. But you know, he's too small. He's too. I like him in all of them. So. I like him all.
Calvin Ellis. I don't know. We got Brandman here. I don't know which one would you want to be?
No, I appreciate it. Huh. Valzad would be cool.
Valzad's the best. That's why I said I would do it because
Valzad's cool. Yeah.
Valzad's the best, man. Hey, what's up, Dark Rooms?
That I haven't seen Superman yet. It's all good. I think we're pretty much we're done with the spoilers for sure. Yeah. Actually, let me.
It's all for old Batman Forever. Turned 30 this year.
Oh, I'm gonna bring this down.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right there?
Ace right there. Next one.
Sophie for a second. Batman for oh Jesus.
Definitely old.
Yeah. Definitely old. Maria says Steel.
I can still watch that movie. It's got a Steel.
Look to it.
I'm thinking about Steel like being Rayman being Steel. I don't know.
That's why I don't.
Yeah. No. That's gonna be a no for me.
Of all of them, like if anyone's gonna be there, that's not the one I want to go with Brandon.
So I said
I didn't even take that one into consideration.
Yeah, I don't think any of us did.
Nah.
Oh man.
That's a nah.
So I said I was not a DCU fan at all, but I love Peacemaker season 1. I did too. I didn't think I would like it. It was a good mix of like funny and action and a little bit of seriousness.
Oh man, Anzo, what's up, Anzo?
What's up? Just got Superman, and I'm mixed.
Yeah,
surprise.
No, I mean,
but I know I was like,
did I not also say the same thing though? I mean, I said the first half I was like, yeah, it was okay, and then the second half but my mix is very much on the high end still. So like, yeah, it's gonna be like I was like 6.5 and 6.5, and then 9, 9.5. So like, yeah, I thought the end was great. The ending was just epic. So, but I wasn't in the first half. I was I wasn't.
I'm curious to know.
I wasn't not in. I was in the middle.
Yeah.
Really, the pacing
was like one of the only things I thought was.
I thought the pace was great.
Solid.
Yeah, I had no problem pacing.
Yeah, I really like the pacing.
The end was fire.
And was end was fire. Yeah. I mean, the end is where this movie really shines.
Yeah, I have no problem with the end.
Yeah. I mean, I could see pacing because it is like
because it was all over the place.
Starting running off, you're already running, as this movie's going, So yeah. See, you said that too. Like,
Superman kept getting his ass beat. He didn't get beat up
by who? He didn't get beat up by one person. No. Who else did he get beat up by?
If you think about it, yeah.
It's the fact that it was Lex behind it was kind of the thing.
Then that makes even more sense. The dude and he even brings it up. He goes, "Why are you obsessed with me?" It's kind of weird. It's like, yeah, man, Superman. Lex is super obsessed. It's very much like Joker and Batman. Joker is obsessed with Batman. Same with Lex. Lex is obsessed with Superman. Who else can beat up Superman besides it? spoiler, so cover your ears. Who else can beat up Superman besides a clone of Superman, roboted by the person who knows Superman better than himself?
Mm-hmm.
And that's really the only person that was beating him up. And the scene at the baseball field, or I think it was baseball field or whatever stadium. Oh, that was so good. We didn't even talk about that. I forgot, that was so good because I'm like,
because honestly, what's her name? The engineer
the engineer.
Yeah,
she was a little interesting because I was like,
because she was in his lungs. So like, she literally could have killed him. So she held her own with it, and then so
no, 100%. So if it wasn't
it's
for
not
Superman,
just one person that was she had parts of that too.
Yeah. But it was like he was literally getting suffocated from the inside out. And getting bashed in the face by himself, and he was still figuring out how to like beat them, So yeah,
but
she was cool.
but you can't say it's only one.
But she didn't really beat his ass, like she just
almost killed him.
Yeah, but not by beating his ass, just by being super tiny, like being a living nanobit, whatever.
I mean, he had to fight her, but I don't think his focus was ever on her.
No,
his focus was still on Ultraman.
On Ultraman,
she was doing that.
Yeah. Because it's the same as like, oh, he's fighting blah blah blah, and then there's Kryptonite. It was like, yeah, I mean, the Kryptonite technically is taking him out, but he's not getting his ass kicked by the Kryptonite.
I mean, he's dying. Another person that he's literally like, he looked terrible.
Yeah, I kind of really liked how they did that too. How they did the Kryptonite poisoning in this one.
Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah,
I mean, I can see people saying it's not actual Kryptonite, so he's bringing that in. But the sun that he made wasn't the actual sun and did the exact same thing, so it made perfect sense.
But it's comic book.
Yeah,
I mean, Green Lantern made kryptonite out of his ring, and
he surely did.
Superman in one of the comics. So, yeah. The Ultraman thing, I kind of knew that was coming. They set that up early on, especially with the Force of Solitude kind of thing.
If that was Cavill, oh my God, this would have been GOAT status.
If that was,
I was kind of hoping because at first glance when he had his hair down, he was kind of looking down like this and glaring. He kind of looked
because he looks like him. So
that's why. Yeah, but you know what? I can't blame. I mean, obviously he's gonna stay away from it. Just for reasons. But I can't blame him. Where like. Can you imagine like after Black Adam where he's like, hey, come back and be Superman and we're gonna do cool shit, and then like a month later he gets fired again. And then you have like somebody else coming like, hey, come back and be Superman again, but be like Bizarro clone Superman. It was like, he's like, I'm good. Yeah.
No, but it would have been awesome.
It would have been.
It would have brought a lot of people together. It would have had more people watching this movie. There's no way that would have been $1 billion movie. If Cavill was in it, there's no way you could stop it from being $1 billion.
Yeah. Where's Kyle? Where you're saying F them dinos. If he had Cavill in it, F them dinos.
I wouldn't say that. I think the world would have been like, I don't care what about dinosaurs. Care about that.
Right. I just said one thing. I was glad that the jokes weren't overwhelming. Yeah,
exactly. But there's no joke that I thought that I was laughing hard at. But it wasn't them taking all that stuff out. Everything they did, I shit on Warner Brothers a lot. I did. Well, whoever those execs that said we need to cut those things out, I'm glad they did it.
Yeah,
I'm glad they did. I think that it made the movie better.
Yeah. I want to, because there's a lot of people saying like that James Gunn listened to the fans. I don't know, because like what Mama Bear said, the monkey thing was kind of, if that was bigger, and then.
But the execs also told him, don't do that. What the hell's wrong with you?
But he is the exec.
No,
Only
the executives that
Zaslav.
came from Warner Brothers, the ones that they showed it and they said, "Nah, bro."
Oh,
You
like
saw
gave
the
him notes
report.
and stuff like
You
that.
saw the report.
Yeah,
No, the
yeah.
report that they said, "No, you have to get this out. These 20 minutes that you have to cut out. This is just what you need to do because you're going to take people out." And he took James Gunn took that criticism and said, "All right," and he went about doing it. And I think that this is almost like an idea of don't let Taika go too Taika. Like, don't let James Gunn hurt himself, doing a movie that he understands perfectly. Don't do too many jokes.
Yeah, don't go too crazy with it. Yeah. He said dude was a really good Superman though.
Yeah, he was.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I thought he did a great job at making it his own. He kind of gave me he kind of reminded me of Brendan Fraser at certain times. Maybe that was just me.
No, yeah. I like the attitude he kind of had. Which one?
George of the Jungle.
Like honestly, I didn't.
Mummy?
Kind of the Mummy a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about it when you said it. My mind instantly went to the first Mummy movie, and I was like, yeah. Also, like parts of like even that third Mummy movie, too. Where he's kind of goofy.
What are you talking about?
Not the third one, the second one. The second one. I'm sorry.
What are we doing here? Why are we bringing this up?
Because the second one was oh my god. The third one. The second one, he is a little bit more playful.
Like you said third, like what? You're not supposed to ever bring that up.
Maria said the people who want comic book movies to be realistic are very weird.
Yeah, and
you don't want to be out of
there's
the
a space.
Yeah, you don't want to be out of the realm of making sense.
Yeah,
in comic books.
Like a hyper realistic comic book movie, I think it only works for certain characters. Case in point, the Dark Knight trilogy. Nolan made that function really well in our realistic universe, especially in the case of the first two. But yeah, it's Batman. And we kind of honestly in the aftermath of Batman and Robin, we kind of needed that. So, but you have to be aware of when it works. But you're right. Not everything needs to be hyper realistic or hyper realistic. That's one reason I like this. It kind of, another comic book movie that was really significant in my life, was the 2002 Sam Raimi Spider-Man, because it also kind of had that kind of like colorful comic booky, like kind of like exaggerated feel to it. So that's why I appreciate directors like James Gunn or Sam Raimi, because going in they knew what they needed to do and they knew what kind of movie they needed to make, and that's what I really appreciate about that. So you're right, not everything needs to be realistic, but at the same time you need to know when it's appropriate and when it is not.
I didn't like Spider-Man, the first one.
And I understand that.
I thought it looked like CGI. I did not like Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 2 is one of my favorite movies. The first one, I did not like the first one. The Spider-Man 2, it's one of my favorite not just favorite superhero movies, one of my favorite all-time movies. Like, I love Spider-Man 2. But Spider-Man, the first one? Nah, it wasn't for me.
Oh man, I want to say it's like my all-time favorite, but I really like Spider-Man 1. Yeah, with Green Goblin. What's his name? Is Green Goblin? I thought it was like really good.
I mean, he was Green Goblin all the time. But even him the reminiscence of he was always the Green Goblin, and he's still Green Goblin.
Oh man. Let's see. So Brandon Davis saying, I'll check out Superman tomorrow, but I'm more concerned about It's Always Sunny, because 18 seasons for a live action comedy is so rare. It's Always Sunny. I'm a few seasons behind. Always Sunny is so good, and it's so good because I think the three of them, the three guys, they're so like they're friends, and they get it. You know, it's
I don't
it's
think
it's
I've
so it's
watched Always
no,
Sunny in 5 years.
yeah. If it's
I'm not
season
gonna tell you like
18, like
since
I probably stopped around. I started it again, and then it stopped around like 14, 13,
like,
somewhere around there.
I'm pretty sure I haven't watched anything since since the pandemic. That's probably
Right.
the last time I saw It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's been going on for a while. It's been going on for a while. It's such a good show. It's such a good show. Yeah, yeah, And then, dude, Rob, not Rob, yeah, Rob. What is his last name? Malco something. Like him actually gaining all that weight. Malco, like gaining all that weight and then like getting back in shape. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh man. But let me see what
No, go talk about Ace saying there was a third Mummy movie. Exactly. We never bring up. We never bring that up. I don't even know. You know, Tank was He was mistaken. He didn't mean it. Let's totally. When we release this show, we're gonna cut out. We're gonna leave everything else in. And cut out this.
Let's cut out that one part.
5 seconds. That's it. That's it.
So Anzo asked Mom Bear if she didn't like it, and she goes, "I didn't pay for it. I want money back." Oh man.
Everyone, I had mixed reviews coming out of my theater. Yeah,
okay.
I had people that did not. There were parts that they did not like, but everyone was walking out saying no. But I enjoyed it. There's parts that people just didn't like, but no one walked out saying, "Oh, this was terrible." No one moved when the credits went. No one got up. Everyone sat there and waited.
Oh yeah, yeah. How packed were you guys' theater? So I went at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Thursday, and there was still a decent amount. And I didn't even go to the IMAX. I just went to a normal dine-in theater, and there was a decent amount of people in there. At 2:00 on a Thursday. I don't know what about you guys, because I think you guys went a little later than I did, right?
Yeah, I went at 7 tonight, and yeah, I was in a Dolby theater. Pretty good amount of people. Yeah, just about the all the seats were full. Saw a couple here and there. The seat next to me was full, or I'm empty, but that was like one of the very few.
So at 6:30 for me, the upper half. The upper half was because down by the screen there's no seat. There's full seats. You don't count that, right? The upper half it was mostly full, and I went at 6:30 tonight. So in Dolby. So I mean, it was a lot of people. It wasn't packed though. It wasn't packed. And instead, I'm expecting this first weekend to make. It's gonna make less money than Jurassic World, but it's gonna be 250, 248, 250 first week. Jurassic World made it because it was a 5-day week, so a 5-day weekend. So with the holiday, so so it's not gonna make as much money, but it's gonna be good. I'm still about 750, 800.
Yeah,
I'm still right about there.
That's a win, man. That's a win.
Yeah. But there's nothing about the movie that makes me say, I walked out saying, $1 billion movie. No, I walked out saying, it's worth every dollar it gets, it deserves. That's what every dollar it makes, it deserves. I have no problem with it.
I'll just say it's going to make a bill. It depends on how it hits international. Because this movie does talk about international stuff, even though they're fake countries.
No, but it's still,
kind of know what they're talking about.
Know exactly what it's saying. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and I wonder what the international market is going to think about that part of the movie, because that is a big part of the movie. I'm
gonna guess when Rotten Tomatoes gets fully done, there, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be about 85, 86 for both, like critics and people that seen once fully in. It's gonna be 85, 86.
Where's it right now? Because the last time I checked, it was at 85.
It's probably gonna be 84 for critics, 85 for critics, and like 90 for people because everyone that goes to see it the day the 2 days before, it's going to be this huge number. I guess Superman would be very similar to Jurassic World because it came. There's people that got to see it on Tuesday.
Yeah. So right now it's on the critics. It's two. Yeah, but you only got to see it on that Tuesday at one specific time. So it was everyone at 7 p.m. local time got to see it on Tuesday. They didn't have multiple showings or anything. They had one showing.
Wednesday, we only had two.
There was no showing on Wednesday.
No, I'm sorry for us. For Jurassic World, the one I'm talking about. We only had it 2 times.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we only had 2 times.
No, because I went on Wednesday. There was a lot of times on Wednesday. I went on a Wednesday.
I went to AMC. My AMC only had 2 times. You either got it at it was either at 4 or it was at 7. There wasn't a 10 o'clock show.
No, I wound up canceling because I was supposed to get out of work earlier on Wednesday and I didn't. So I had to cancel that one for like at 4 or something and switch it to like a 6. But yeah, there was a few on that. But so Rotten Tomatoes, it's 82%, and that's with 270 critic reviews.
Oh, really?
And then with it was sitting at like 85 for most of yesterday, I saw. And then popcorn or the audience 2,500 verified, and it's at 95.
Yeah, I think I think both of them. One will come up and the other one will come down.
Yeah.
But I don't think people are going. Most people aren't like Mama Bear or are going to be saying that it's terrible. I don't think most people are going to think it's terrible. I think it's going to be, decent.
Mm-hmm.
So Anzo's saying basically Fantastic Four. If Fantastic Four is terrible, maybe I still don't think it makes the bill because it'll start slowing down by that time too.
Yeah.
If it was in the Fantastic Four spot,
I'll
be at bill.
Yeah, because now, just say if Fantastic Four does suck,
it's still in screens.
Yeah, Jurassic World and this are going to be splitting screens. So, yeah.
But if it was being released on 26 or 25th, 26th, bill done.
Yeah, when like Jurassic World's on its like 4th week or whatever, like something like that. Yeah,
kill it. It'll kill it.
Yeah. It was. What about the Silver Surfer scene? I seen parts of it. I don't want to watch it, honestly. I think I'm kind of good with any more Fantastic Four.
I don't want to see anything else.
Yeah, I don't want to see anything else. Like I've seen people talk about it. I've seen the picture, and I heard it's just an extended scene from a trailer we already watched. So I'm like, I'm good. Yep, like I've seen enough. I'm good.
Wait 2 weeks and be able to enjoy the movie myself. So I don't want to see anything else. Yeah. I'm just gonna avoid it like the plague.
Yeah. And then here, Mama Bear, sorry, move. Mama Bear said, he goes, I know both sides, people who think it's a 10 and those who think it's trash. Okay. Honestly, Josh from Den of Nerds was kind of the big surprise for me. Like, because I was expecting him to say, like, oh, it's got a lot of issues, And he was like, it's pretty good. I was like, oh, shit. Okay.
I didn't think from what listening to Josh, for me, I thought he was going to like it.
No, he's been trashing it for like the past 3 months.
I mean, maybe that's how you hear it. I thought he was saying it's going to have issues. He tells about when they're redoing stuff and stuff, but he always said, I still think this is going to be a decent movie. I'm not going to sit there and tell you it's going to be a bad movie. Everything he said, did he say anything that was wrong? Did they cut scenes out? And that was for the better. It was all for the better. I think all that stuff was right, and at the end of the day, it was a good movie. And I think I would have not enjoyed it as much if that stuff was in.
Yeah. Yeah. He was, I'm not exactly where I should be right now, so I'm gonna get kicked out of the group. Oh man. Of this, or you're talking about the Facebook group?
Probably.
Oh my god, yeah,
probably drunk.
Yeah, probably. So we got another, like, we got the same kind of question before, is if it's better than Man of Steel.
Yes.
Yeah,
I liked it more than I did Man of Steel.
Yeah, but also Man of Steel was telling of their version of Superman, you know.
And Cavill is awesome, and it's darker. It's meant to be darker, and if you like that, the problem I always say, Man of Steel is. I don't think Man of Steel is a bad movie. I probably like it more than you two.
I think you do.
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad movie at all. I just don't think it felt like Superman. At the end of the day, I just didn't feel like it felt like Superman. So that's where, you know, is it better than Man of Steel? This is much better than Man of Steel because it felt like Superman.
Yeah,
you know, but I don't hate Man of Steel at all, not even a little bit.
I don't hate Man of Steel at all. I'm just very indifferent to it. It just, I don't know. I just didn't really feel anything when by the time it ended, and even on rewatch, you know, I just don't. I'm like, oh, it's fine. It kind of did what I expected out of a Zack Snyder movie. You know, it's nothing that like necessarily like wowed me or anything, but it was fine. I think this one, and of course I'll have to see it again just to reinforce this, but I kind of felt like it had a little more of a lasting impression. But yeah, Man of Steel was fine on its own. I definitely get the people who felt one way or the other about it. You know, it's got people who love it. It's got people who absolutely dislike it. I'm very middle of the road on it. Like I said, it has its merits for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Some
exactly
like
what Brian
darker
said.
Movies.
It was
darker, stylized.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
if you like that stuff, it's for you. You know.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it is. If you at the end of the day you went to go see Superman and you walked out feeling depressed, that's probably not the best thing for me. You know. Even Superman, I felt like Henry Cavill looked like he was depressed in that situation. You know, that's why.
Exactly.
Yeah, he has.
No, why did I have to do this? No,
he has like the same like mopey grimace on his face the entire movie, which is too bad because the dude does have charisma in real life and he's displayed it in other roles. I think, you know, if he had a little more of a if he had more content to kind of or better content to use,
work
you know,
off
I think
of,
work off of. I lost my train of thought. I think he really could have shined, you know, as it stands. I think he looked and sounded the part, you know, and he was doing the best he could to elevate the content he was handed. But you know, unfortunately, you know, that material he got was very flat.
I don't dislike Henry as an actor. I
don't dislike him at all.
I like him as an actor, actually.
No, he's proven he can give a good performance. I don't think he's a bad actor at all. You know, I was hoping this was going to be like a star-making role for him, and in some senses it was. You know, it got him a lot of cred with the with certain demographics and fan bases.
You say Henry Cavill, people know Henry Cavill. Everyone knows Henry Cavill, like no matter what. He hasn't come out with a movie in a while, and we still know. You hear Henry Cavill, like, yeah, that's that dude.
Yeah, because before it was like, did you ever watch, you know, Immortal? okay, then you ain't gonna know who you watch the Tudors, then you ain't gonna know who Henry Cavill is, you know. But he was good in those, you know. But as soon as he got Superman, it was like, oh, everybody knows his name now. Everybody. So yeah.
And you know what? If I had Henry Cavill and had David Cornsweet next to each other and say which Superman I want to save me, I'd probably take Henry Cavill.
You just fall backwards. Like whichever one catches me.
Even though David Cornsweet definitely looks a lot like Henry Cavill, so
they do. I mean, but he's got that. I think Superman needs to have certain facial features, physical characteristics, and
I think Christopher Reeve had it. If he had a booty chin, that'd been
right,
no questions.
Yeah, but they all have Reeve, Cornsweet, Cavill. I think those guys have that. Even the dude from Superman and Lois, that Superman. I can't think of the actor's name from the show. Tom Welling had those features of being Superman. So yeah.
Tyler Hoechlin, I think Tyler Hoechlin looked too good. He's too much of an attractive guy. He look like, nah, bro. You know, Superman. You a supermodel. Get the hell out of here.
I kind of used to think that he had more of a look that was suitable for Bruce Wayne. But I really like
too good looking for Bruce Wayne too. That's the problem. Like,
yeah, but Bruce is supposed to be like,
because if you saw Bruce Wayne, you saw these green eyes or blue eyes, where the hell those eyes are, or whatever. You know it's freaking Batman. On Batman, he had a bat suit on. There's only 4 guys I know that look like that in New York, and that's you. So you obviously a Batman, Bruce Wayne.
I wonder if they change it, because like now that you're just bringing up eyes, I thought of Mr. Terrific because they gave him those like kind of screen eyes at one point. I was like, I wonder if they do that, if they like give him like those comic book white kind of eyes instead of actual eyeballs.
It could work.
Yeah.
It's becoming like a little bit they've made it work with some comic costumes with the Kells, so you could, and it would make I think it would make sense.
Brown. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I think it could potentially make sense with in this universe, especially with somebody as like internationally recognized as Bruce Wayne. Everyone knows who he is. Everyone knows what he looks like. So
he has to put some context in.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Or get some hypno glasses.
Hypno glasses, right?
Yeah. That's funny. Here, Anzo said the end credit scene was a waste of time. The first one was for sure. Because I wasn't even sure. I wouldn't even count that as a post credit scene. That was just like a picture. The second one though was fun. I think it for me, because me and my girlfriend were just talking about like how much of a Boy Scout he was, and that scene like kind of like emphasized like he's like, oh geez golly, Superman, you're too mean sometimes. I was like it felt very that, but also the crack not lining up could have some play, or it could just be a joke, So like you kind of,
it reminded me that Mr. Terrific was awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome. I was like, man, you are great.
Yeah. So it was a good scene. It doesn't really set up anything, which I'm cool with. But it was just a fun. That second one, that last one was a fun one. Which I'm cool. I don't need post credit scenes to really like set up another movie.
You also don't want to be Marvel.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Said Man Steel was broody. Oh man, I don't want to bring this up, but I feel like I need to. Man Steel was great. He had no choice to kill Zod. I disagree. Just grab him, choke him out, fly into space.
No, there were other ways.
Phantoms on them.
Fly upward. Put your hands over his eyes, dude.
Yeah. Grab your cape. Wrap your cape around his head. Like, oh man. What would you guys like to see in the sequel? Oh man, I'm not
I
even
don't want a
thinking about a
sequel right
sequel.
now. Yeah, I don't want a
Yeah.
sequel right now. I want you to
Yeah.
give me a good Batman
I'm-
now. Let's figure out the rest of these.
Build the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of more interested in other facets of the universe being established first, especially the first line or the first text on the screen is that tons of metahumans exist in this universe. So let's play around with that first, and kind of organically build a sequel. That's what I'm kind of currently thinking about. We'll get to a Superman sequel when we get to one. Have him kind of pop up here and there or be referenced in other parts of the universe. So, yeah, do that first.
Yeah. Talking about Henry Cavill and all these other projects. So it was a better Superman, and I'm not crapping on Henry, but dude just felt like Superman. Yeah.
The movie felt like Superman. I don't know if I'll take Henry Cavill as my Superman, but not brooding, not depressed.
Depressed. Oh man. Mr. Trevor was great. He was awesome. He was really good, man.
He was amazing.
Every scene was so good.
It was cool.
Terrific was terrific. No,
it was terrific.
It was great to see him on screen too. I've always liked Mr. Terrific as a character. So hearing that he was going to be in this movie, however long ago, year and a half ago when they announced the cast, I'm so happy to hear that. There's a lot you could do with a character like that, and James Gunn didn't disappoint with him.
I always like the physical kind of characters, like someone like Superman who can bust through walls and all that crazy stuff. It's always more entertaining, I think, when you're able to get somebody who's smart, and then somebody who's also kind of like a badass, like Mr. Terrific, because then it kind of changes the field a little bit, Same thing why Batman's awesome. Batman's super smart, a detective and everything, and also can kick your ass, but having these characters that are smart is I think you're able to do really cool stuff with it, because you need to have that balance of the brawn versus the brain kind of thing, So.
Yeah. And I was loving the comic accurate suit, especially in his case.
Yeah.
Straight out of the comics.
I still don't like the S, man. That's my biggest issue with it.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Mr. Terrific. My bad.
Oh, Mr. Terrific. Oh, yeah, Mr. Terrific was awesome.
I was still hung up on Mr. Terrific.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, that was straight up. I wonder what's gonna happen with the whole Maxwell Lord thing, because eventually that's got to go away, right? I mean, his logo on people's chests.
They have to find something to say about it. Yeah, eventually it has to go away.
Yeah. Here, my bear said he had just learned to fly. A brand new Superman versus the Kryptonian version of a Marine, who literally got his powers 5 minutes before fighting Superman. It's like, I get it, but also Superman been soaking up the sun for 30 years. Zod had been soaking up the sun for 30 minutes. It's like, I'm just concerned you're trying to jump right into World's Finest. World's Finest would be cool, but I think you got time. World's Finest would be really cool.
You have to not rush it. That's one. I just don't want
you have to do a Batman movie. Yeah. Do a Batman movie. Lois Lane could be the connecting factor, if you want to do a World's Finest, and then hey, maybe
dare I say, do a Batman movie, potentially do a Superman sequel. I'd potentially give them, if I'm honest, maybe if not a sequel each, have them show up in something else each, and then do World's Finest. I think, like you guys said, World's Finest or Public Enemies, either one of those, I think would be
I rather
ideal.
have Public Enemies.
Public Enemies, I could see fitting into this universe like a glove.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just kind of move at a good pace and do it when it makes sense to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not for the sake of not for the sake of trying to get to Justice League as quickly as possible, because that's where I think they kind of tripped up last time. But just kind of build your way to that and let us learn more about the characters and the universe, and then do it when it feels appropriate to do it.
Yeah. Also, I think having Gunn in charge is kind of a good call, because how he was, pretty connected into the MCU with Kevin Feige. So you're able to like take everything you learned from there and seeing everything that MCU stumbled over, with a lot of issues, and be able to like, okay, well,
watch for missteps. You have less
watch for missteps. Like take what works over there and kind of work with that kind of stuff. So, he said, let's do a watch party for the last scene in Man of Steel and discuss it. Just that one scene.
Just that one scene. Yeah.
Man.
It's not a bad idea, but I don't know if I want to spend 3 hours.
But look right here, he didn't have to do it. He could have done this. He could have just he could have gotten away. He could have flew up. He could have put a building between them. He could have done a lot of stuff.
Lex was good.
Mm-hmm.
Lex was great. I think Lex.
Yeah, I really enjoyed his Lex.
Yeah.
Nicholas Hoult is. I don't think I've seen a bad performance out of him.
Seriously. From being Beast to being a crazy, foodie, guy. Mm-hmm. Like he's done like everything pretty good.
Yeah.
A Vampire's Apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think a lot of roles that he's played, especially in recent years, like his role in The Menu. I think to an extent his role in Nosferatu.
The Menu.
Even as Hank McCoy.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of stuff that's really kind of like led up to him playing this where it makes sense. I really liked his take on Lex. I think that it.
Well, he was in Mad Max.
Mad Max, yeah. He is very versatile. So, yeah, I really enjoyed him.
Think about that first. He goes from playing Beast to playing like one of the dudes in Mad Max, like Witness Me. Then he goes to like Nosferatu.
Don't forget about Renfield.
Renfield, yeah.
Like, holy man, he was in The Favorite. I kind of enjoyed The Favorite. He's versatile is like an understatement. Like the dude could kind of do it all. Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, because I'm like, he's been in a lot of shit, man. Warm Bodies. I forgot he was in Warm Bodies.
Being the zombie.
Yeah. In The Juror, he was good. Juror number 2, he was good in that one. Yeah. Said, did anyone else laugh when he saved the building from being destroyed? I mean, talk about physics. I was like, yeah, it's not. That's not how it really works, but it's a comic book movie.
Said because comic books.
Because of comic books, you just can't grab one spot and the rest of the building's cool. I was like, that doesn't work. But he was going like this. Oh, but I mean, but that's like every comic book movie. Like ever.
Every movie, period. No one wants to talk about your physics and how that works.
Yeah, they always do stuff like that. And it's like again, we didn't talk about Murderbot.
Man, I love Murderbot too, man. I
Murderbot.
love the Murderbot.
Murderbot is so entertaining.
Oh, this last episode, I was like, "Oh no, don't
Wait,
happen,
did it come
don't
out already?
do it." No, I'm the ninth one.
Yeah. So tomorrow is the finale of the season. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind if watching it and then coming down here and recording it with you.
I'm always ready, so I'm on the computer.
I don't know if you guys will be up late
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Friday.
Yeah, depends on what time I'm back from the show.
Yeah. I mean, by the time I put the kids down and
I
sleep,
might be doing something.
or put them to sleep. Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, Murderbot.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing that what thing like really tickles me about Murderbot is just that like permanently perplexed look on Alexander Skarsgård's face as Murderbot.
Yeah.
I think the only way that I could describe it is perplexed.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's always like, "Why are you guys so stupid?"
Yeah.
You're sleeping on the couch tape.
It's just like that.
I stay up when I watch Murderbot. One of the fair review shows. We still got to finish Sandman. Oh, Sandman's so good.
Yeah. I gotta get on Sandman.
It's so good.
We finished the first 3 episodes and they're so good. It's so good.
4 is good.
I bet because episode 1 of the season kind of is a little bit slower, but then it picks up and you're just like, wait, what? And then episode 2, episode 3 are amazing. So I got to finish 4, 5,
wait
and
for
6.
y'all to catch up because I've watched Sandman, I've watched Fubar, I've watched all of it.
Yeah, but Murderbot's the last episode tomorrow, so yeah.
Here's the book. It's the one Hugh Fights Monsters is the one I've been loving. I might go to sleep. Reading. I'm on 5 right here. That's the finishing this one.
Damn. It's a big ass books. Yeah. I've been watching Sandman season 2, and it's really good. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you got Sandman. We'll probably review that sometime next week, and then Murderbot. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow. Like I'll bug Erica. I'm like, hey, let's watch it, and then we'll come down here and record it. Just talk about the last 3 episodes of Murderbot, because Murderbot is
awesome.
It's a lot of fun. It is. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend that. But I don't know. You guys got anything else?
No, I'm done. I am done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's most.
I'm gonna put a quarter into this thing. Hold on. Let's see.
Into the actual. It probably just falls in, right?
Yep.
Okay. I was like, does it actually do something? Oh yeah, show off what you got. I was gonna get that one. It was just like, has got no space.
So it's on the Daily Planet.
I think I'm gonna get both of those when I go again on Saturday.
That's crypto.
Well, the cup.
The cup was kind of cool.
Yeah.
See, it opens up. You can have. I wish they had like newspapers in here. That'd been cool.
Print your own. Print out a bunch of little ones.
And on here, it has 2 different ones. Superman and crypto. So very cool.
Yeah. And I forgot, somebody asked how much it was.
32.
I think 32, and I think the cup was like 25. But the cup was cool, and then it comes with a topper, which is cool.
A lot less than 80.
Than 80.
Tax of 4.
Wait, what's 80? for
Galactus.
Oh, is that how much?
$80. Galactus.
F that, man. That's crazy.
I said $80. I just can't see myself spending that much money.
But that's crazy. Oh man. But yeah, let's get out of here. Monday we'll probably see where Jurassic World lands with box office wise. We'll see where Superman lands box office wise. We'll talk about that on Monday. Saturday, more Superman. We'll probably bring in some of our friends, and do like a rotating panel like we've done before. I think that's a lot of fun. We invite people and, every 10-15 minutes, have somebody come in and out. So, see who wants to come in and chit chat for a little bit.
Perspectives. That'd be fun.
But yeah, we'll do that Saturday. I know Zach Attack said he wants in. I think Derpy, he said he wants in, so we'll see. I know Derpy said he's gonna go see it at least like 2 more times this weekend. So he saw it. I think he said he saw it Tuesday. I think he said he saw it today, and I think he's going Saturday. And I think he said he's gonna probably go one more time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Superman 1 was $50, the laser eyes and the popcorn machine. That wasn't at AMC though. That might have been at like a Regal or a Cinemark or something like that. But I did see that one. That one was pretty cool looking. The one that I think a lot of people are liking are where Crypto's holding like a bag of popcorn. Like I've seen a lot of people it's like $20 and everyone's like really kind of digging that. No Harry Potter. Oh, right, not this week. I know Mom Bear's not happy with that because more Superman. Yeah, but we'll pick up with Harry Potter after because the Harry Potter's a lot of fun watching, rewatching.
Prisoner of Azkaban, I cannot wait.
Now we're starting to get into the real good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fun. But oh man, I am done. Let's get out of here.
I am tapped out. It's almost 1 o'clock. So
yeah.
This weather out here, this rainy weather is making me slightly sleepy.
Oh, you got the rain right on the window and stuff.
Yeah, like just that thunder and lightning is just like right here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, but let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on Saturday. Talk more Superman, and Monday we'll talk about some other box office stuff and other fun stuff. But let's get out of here. We appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. All the members, love you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Please. And top fan of the night was Mama Bear. Then we had number 2 was Fernando. Number 3 was Cole. And then number 4 was Sheed. Number 5, Brandon Davis, Maria, and Profess at 6 and 7. So appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out. But let's get out of here.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll see you guys on Saturday.
See you guys
later.
See you Saturday.
See you, everyone. Have a good night.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.